Hello, I'm Dynast Amir.
Peace, family. We are live. This is the election stream. Oh, I almost fell out my chair. This is the election stream. Let's get some people up in here. And listen, let's start looking at these results as they roll in. I know Georgia's results are coming in right now as we speak. Guys, hit the like button. Also, make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. And guys, I gave this disclaimer before. Listen, we are not going to agree on everything. All right, even if your candidate of choice does not win, let's still be respectful. Let's still be respectful, okay? If your candidate of choice does not win, let's still be respectful. Okay, we'll watch NBC News. Let's see here.
In Georgia, let's take another look at that race. We have two races we're watching there. Raphael Warnock with a big lead, but look at that top little screen, that top little box in white, 13% in, only 13% in. But Raphael Warnock with a big lead right now at this hour against Herschel Walker. Do we have the Georgia's governor race as well? Maybe not yet, but we'll be getting it.
Well, if we're sticking with the Senate, let's take a quick look at the overall scorecard there. Listen, we've seen several races projected here. Doesn't look much different than what we expected at this point yet. Let's take a look.
Peace, family. How you doing? Let's check out these results.
Or 5 net gain, I should say, for Republicans. You can see the numbers again, consistent. Listen, gang, it's early in the night. Yeah. We know that. We got a lot of days to go here. But let's take a look at some of the 435 seats on the ballot tonight. In North Carolina 13, this is one a lot of people are watching. Democratic incumbent Wiley Nickel versus Bo Hines. This is one where if Nickel does well, I think Democrats will be feeling good. If he doesn't, I think Democrats will obviously not be feeling good. Another bellwether race. You've also got 2 Ohio races that we're watching here, where the Republican incumbent Steve Chabot up against Greg Landsman, and then one more in Ohio as well, the Congressional District 13. Amelia Sykes with Madison Giussotto Gilbert as well.
Yeah, those 3 races and those 2 in Ohio are fascinating. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially this one right here. Gilbert is definitely a candidate the Republicans and people in the MAGA wing of the party definitely really like. A lot is at stake in these governor's races from coast to coast. NBC News can now project Mike DeWine. This is a big projection right here.
Interesting.
Yeah, Mike DeWine in Ohio projected to win. And Hallie, explain to our viewers why this is interesting, because we can't call the Senate race just yet. And we were just talking about the Ohio Senate race.
Because of the fact that, listen, DeWine, by the way, in addition to being a potential, maybe talked about 2024 candidate, right, is also somebody who is running on a ticket with J.D. Vance, who is somebody who has come around to the more Trump wing of the party, got a late boost from former President Trump, who came in and rallied for him, but he's up against Tim Ryan. You know, Chuck will talk about this more. Not a lot of money poured into that race there in Ohio nationally from Democrats. And Tim Ryan, of course, congressman who's running for the Senate seat, has been really taking a different tack, really focusing on inflation.
If you want to call in, click on the link. If you want to call in.
The moderate Democrat, right, is Tim Ryan here. And keeping it a little closer than I think people expected. So the governor's race, interesting. You
Right.
know who knows a lot about it is Jesse Kirsch, who's in Ohio. Yeah, talk to us about this, Jesse, with this projection here for Governor DeWine in Ohio to keep the governor's mansion.
Yeah, and I think that's so interesting to see, right, with none of the vote essentially counted a projection already, which just tells you about the landslide that it looks like we're seeing in the governor's race, and the fact that that stands in such stark contrast to what we're seeing in this Senate contest. And you just mentioned there, Hallie, the things Tim Ryan is doing that are different from other Democrats. He's not highlighting abortion or election integrity as his main issues. His number one thing has been jobs, workers. That's something we've seen a lot from him. He also is a Democrat who will brag about agreeing with former President Donald Trump on some issues. So that is the context of what we have been seeing in this Senate race. And you talked about the money issue. I talked to Tim Ryan about this over the weekend and asked him if he thinks the National Party didn't do enough for him. And he thinks it's a strategic mistake because going back to the summer, he had ads all over the airwaves and J.D. Vance was pretty much silent. It was crickets out of the Republican camp. And that allowed Ryan to steer the narrative on television and the advertisements that voters were seeing. Well, then Vance gets an infusion of cash. He's able to push back on that narrative. And Ryan thinks there was a momentum that he had that could have helped push him all the way over into victory. And so we'll be seeing at the end of the night if there's any remorse from the campaigns in terms of how the strategy was played out. That's what Tim Ryan's doing. J.D. Vance first will tell you that what Tim Ryan portrays himself as doesn't line up with his
the Georgia race still ain't over yet, okay? It's not over yet. The Georgia race.
To their party leaders, whether it be J.D. Vance, someone who will just do what President
only 11% is in,
or Tim Ryan doing
probably
just what President Biden or Speaker Pelosi wants. That is the perceptions these two are putting out there, and they call each other extremists. So clearly there is a play for moderate, probably Republican-leaning voters, because remember, this is a state that voted twice for former President Trump by about 8 points.
Jesse, they're in Youngstown, Ohio for us there. Tell me more about what you're hearing from some of the sources that you're talking to, because I think our viewers know this is your home turf. You know what I mean? Like, you live and breathe this quite obviously literally, but this is your bread and butter here. Here we are, 7:35 Eastern time.
I mean, the Senate race between Walker and Warnock is going to be close. It's going to be real close.
Some signals for the night.
But Kemp should win.
And by the way, Youngstown is at the heart of Tim Ryan's congressional district. So these are the people, the voters, who have known him for a long time and know him really well. One thing that stuck out to me from someone we interviewed earlier outside of a polling location, I asked him what he thinks of when he thinks of Tim Ryan. He said his parents always think of Ryan as pro-union. So that plays right into what Ryan has talked about in terms of being an advocate for workers. But he also said Ryan is someone who he sees as a flip-flopper. And that is something that Vance has tried to tie him to. Now, this voter did vote for Tim Ryan. Again, we are in a Democratic leading area. We are in Tim Ryan's district. So that's not surprising at all. But I think that's interesting that one voter had both of those perceptions. And of course, Ryan would point to Vance being a flip-flopper on something such as support for former President Donald Trump, someone that Vance spoke out against before becoming a fan of and getting his endorsement in the primary here. Now that the polls have closed, I want to just flag for people something we're going to start to see. Early voting, obviously, as well as some absentee voting will be counted. The Secretary of State's office tells us that we are going to have Democrats and Republicans opening absentee ballots together, reviewing the signature, making sure it's a legitimate vote, flattening and scanning those ballots. And that had been going on as those absentee ballots were coming in even before the polls closed. So all of that was processed as it was coming in addition to the early vote, ready to start being counted as soon as those polls closed about 6 minutes ago. So that first tabulation we're going to start seeing is mostly going to be early and absentee that has been processed. And the Secretary of State's office says that unlike in years past, we are not expected to see that vote skew as heavily Democratic as it might have in years past, with Republicans warming up to those methods of voting in recent years. So just complicates further, right, the way we interpret those early numbers. It looks like we've at this point, we're just going to be watching closely, glued to our computers and TVs.
The good news is we don't have to do much interpretation, right, for much longer, because we're going to start to see the results. Jesse Kirsch live for us there in Ohio. Jesse, thank you so much. It is great to see you, as I know you have a lot on your plate, too. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it. I have now the sincere privilege of being able to toss to my co-anchor here, Tom Yamas, who has made his way to his post. A bit of a preview, Tom, to what folks will see in just about 20 minutes from now, when in Studio 1A you will be working the exit polls for us. We've been talking about the economy in Ohio being such a huge issue. That is also the case for people all across the country.
And Hallie, I want to remind our viewers, because some people may just be tuning into NBC News now, and they're catching up right now just after 7:30. So when we asked voters coming out, and again, this is the first wave of exit polling data we have, what was the most important issue? 32% said inflation, 27% said abortion, and 11% of voters said crime. We should mention, though, as it gets later in the night, we're going to be able to dig in a little deeper into these numbers and see how they broke down within party. It's still too early for that, but we have some other questions. Voters nationwide on the issue of abortion. We asked abortion should be. 60% said legal, 36% said illegal. And we talked about this, Hallie, how Democrats ran on this issue, how important it was for them. We also have another one when it comes to abortion. This is voters nationwide. Who do you trust more to handle abortion? 52% said the Democratic Party, 43% said the Republican Party. No real surprises there, Hallie, but these are the kind of numbers that Democrats hope will hold throughout the night, so it's not a devastating night for them as well.
What else is standing out to you in the exit polling here?
You know, we have some polling now on inflation finally, and we've talked about this a little bit. Even though this is not great information for the Democrats, it's somewhat positive. The only reason why I'll say that is because a moderate hardship at 60% for inflation versus a severe hardship. But you get 80% saying it's some type of hardship versus no hardship at all. Obviously, that's why Republicans wanted to run so tight on the issue of inflation. And then nationwide, this is really interesting. We talked about this earlier, Holly, but now we have the graphic for it. And this is the number we have to focus on those tight battleground races.
Listen, if you guys want to call in, I mean, click on the link and call in.
There's not a Latino vote. There's just Latino voters.
I think that's such a good point.
It is true. And places like Nevada, Florida, Arizona, Texas, 29% says inflation caused severe hardship, more than white voters and more than black voters.
Tom Yamas at the big board. Love
getting warmed up for the
again. If you guys want to call in, click on the link and call in.
Races that we talked about was in North Carolina, specifically North Carolina 13, where you have Bo Hines here looking to, in many ways, distance himself from the person who held the seat before him, of course, was this controversial Republican Congressman Madison Cawthorn. Antonia Hilton is in Raleigh, North Carolina now. We showed the boards earlier. We're waiting on vote. 10 minutes that the polls have been closed in North Carolina, so we can't extrapolate much, Antonia, but talk to me about, based on the reporting that you're doing in the last few hours here, what your expectation is for the evening, what you might see, what you might hear.
So polls have closed in most spots around the state, but actually in a couple precincts, polls are still open. So in some cases till 7:55 and others until 8:30 due to logistical issues that different counties have been dealing with throughout the day. Nothing to do with any real irregularities in voting, just simple logistical challenges those counties have had. But, you know, the 13.
Wisdom never sleeps. Go ahead, brother.
How you doing? How you doing, Dynast?
I'm good. I'm doing well. Can't complain.
Great. I want to share something with you and with anybody that's listening. When I went in to vote this morning, I noticed on the ballot for every local judge and every district judge and the district attorney, there was no Republicans, only Democrats. Only Democrats. No other choice.
Okay.
So well, this is the thing. So let's say, like they did before, something legal comes up, anything on their agenda comes up, they'll have judges on every level that can rule in the favor of what the liberals want. So usually there are Republicans or somebody always, there's always someone else. And that was only one person, not two or three Democrats, one in each one of those districts for judge and the district attorney. As I kind of find kind of questionable because they use those legal systems to get what they want eventually. If there's something that comes up in voting issues. Now, they also announced here in North Carolina that it may be to the end of the month before we can really see the results.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I know you're serious, but that's crazy.
Isn't it? It tells you what they're already trying to do or planning on doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I just thought I was like, end of the month? Why?
Well, speaking of, here's the Senate right now so far. Well, it's too early to call, though.
Yeah, but they've been trying to push her so hard so hard up here. They are really pushing her. Oh yeah, I mean, just they put so much money behind this lady. It's unreal. And this guy was going out talking to homeless people and everything else, and they got worried. And so all of a sudden, you saw this big push for her.
All right, like I said, it's gonna be interesting here in about another hour and a half.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
said Walker. Somebody said Walker gaining on him. Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me see if I can find the CNN.
Walker was ahead by 2 to 4 percentage points, and there was only like 4 percentage points. One of them was going to like independent, and there was 3% or 2% undecided. But he was already leading Warnock all day.
Hold on, let me. God knows CNN has their whatchamacallit, like the little. I'm trying to find that. Hold on, CNN election. It's like they have the like the little map that has the actual like results as they come in. That's what I'm trying to find. Where's that at?
And they know his job approval not no 45%. They need to stop.
Find out who's talking next.
Who's Talking to Chris Wallace, Sunday nights at 7 on CNN.
Leading in this seat right here, 51 to 48, but again, 1% of the vote in here. We don't see any color in the first district, Democratic incumbent Chris Pappas, because there are no votes counted yet as we come in. But then, Jake, you moved down, you made the point about
them talking to black people, black men especially. They're always trying to degrade them, disrespect them, and blame them. Do everything but talk to them. So that's the setup. They're willing to throw any election just versus talking to you.
Right. Let's see here. So
lose some seats.
All right. So in Georgia, Warnock is up right now. Yeah, it's 58% of the vote. So actually he was up like 60-something%. He had 60-something% when it was 11% of the reported vote. Now he's at 58.1%. But there's another.
That's
okay, here we go right here. No, well, here we go. Warnock vote count 414,000. Okay, now it's 56%. So Herschel's closing in, y'all. Herschel's closing in.
But this morning, midday, they didn't even have those numbers on another news entity that I was listening to. It was actually Walker ahead of him. So all of a sudden,
no. I think that no. So I think what you're talking about is the actual like projections, but now they're counting the actual votes. So now the votes are coming in. Warnock is up, but only 14% of the vote is in.
Yeah, I think
now 17%.
Early voting had Walker ahead. I think that's what that was.
Okay, now 17%. Now 17% of the vote is in, so it's coming.
Yeah, but they got their plans in place now. Don't forget.
Well, I wonder how the governor. Okay, let me find let's find the governor's race. Here we go, governor. Here we go. Yeah, so even in the governor's race right now, in fact, let me just put this screen on here. Hold on 1 second. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button again. Please hit that like button as well. All right, here we go, governor. All right, governor. Right now, Abrams. Yeah, I think right now Abrams is up, but it's still early.
Okay.
It's still very early.
Yeah.
It's still very, very early. So yeah. But guys, if you want to call in, I'll put the link in the chat room, and you're more than welcome to call in. You're more than welcome to call in. Let me put the link in the chat room. You call in, add to the conversation. Which race are you interested in the most? Again, which race are you interested in the most? So wisdom never sleeps. The Abbott ain't losing Texas. That'd be Abbott ain't losing Texas.
I doubt that too. But they're gonna put what out they want to make people think it's where it's going. Like I said, it's so small a percentage.
Dude, I mean, looking at the projections before the elections and looking at what's being reported, like some people were thinking that this might go to a runoff between Herschel Walker and Warnock, but they were saying that Kemp should beat Stacey Abrams by probably like 8 or 9 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the way things are looking as far as the difference right now between the governor's race and the Senate races, Herschel might win this. Like Herschel might win this thing flat out.
Yes.
I mean, it's still early, but Herschel might win. Herschel might win this thing flat out. Check Florida. Okay, I'll check Florida Fitzgerald. Shout out to Fitzgerald Stevens, y'all. Shout out to Fitzgerald Stevens. Let's hear it.
How are you, Fitzgerald? I know roll tide's down, so I know you're not feeling great.
Yeah,
so
we gonna troll Fitzgerald later about his tie, not tonight. Oh, DeSantis is up. It's not even close. DeSantis is gonna win this. Yeah, it's not even close. Florida. Oh man, yeah, it's not even. Let's check out the.
It's always been hard for anybody to take a Republican that's decent out of Florida seat for years.
But I'm trying to find out where's the Senate race for Florida. I don't see the Senate race for. Here we go, U.S. Senate. Let's see. Yeah, Rubio's up. Yeah, this ain't gonna be close. Oh man, this ain't gonna be close. They might as well call this race in Florida. Well, see, this is the thing. There was like, man, Rubio's up by like 10 right now, and I just wonder how much of what percentage of the vote has been reported.
Yeah, but that's what they do when you have less 10-20%. They really, if they got their numbers they want, they really push that hard.
Yeah, they might as well call the Florida race. Now let's go back to let's see what else we got here. Walker won't go to a runoff. Why are Georgia votes coming in so slowly? Is because early voting. 70% in Florida. Yeah, man, this is a blowout in Florida. I thought the Senate race was going to be a little bit closer, but it's a blowout.
No. Rubio's pretty locked in down there, so he might have slipped up when he was running for president, but he's pretty locked in down there where he's at now.
Well, let's go back to Georgia.
Oh, I was listening. I was driving, so I was listening to your religious thing earlier today. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What were your thoughts on it?
Well, the thing is, most people don't realize there are documented over 4,200 religions throughout the world. So when I'm listening to everybody talking about different religions, that's all they're talking about is religions. They're not talking about creation of spirituality, and that's the difference. And they're always attacking. And like the one guy said, everybody does have sacrifice. And what they really don't understand, if you really even read the Christian Bible, it was designed for slavery and violence. Old Testament, New Testament, all through it. Now, and I say this when they was talking about adultery real quick, I thought, wait a minute. Christians love to say the guy was talking about the adultery and all the stuff was going on in Africa or whatever, but don't know their God that they talk about committed the first adultery.
Yeah, the Adam and Eve.
No.
No. It was no. Hold on. It was Solomon. It was Solomon, right?
No.
David.
No. I'm gonna really give it to you.
No. Give me a clue. Give me a clue.
When God himself that they talk about in the Bible went in and impregnated Mary.
Mary, right.
She was already young and married to Joseph.
Right.
So you can't say, oh, spiritual this. No, you had sex, whether spiritually, connected, whatever, with another man's wife. That's what you did. And also in today's age group, she was already underage as well, even though she was permitted to get married by her parents. So we have to be very careful on what we're talking about, because he said that God set the stage for those things that he said is wrong. He ordered a lot of deaths and killing, even when he was trying to get the commandments out. So a lot of that brutality things, and then you say, okay, he told the masters not to. You can beat the slave into an inch of their life, but don't kill him. New Testament. So
right.
People need to really understand. And in the Bible, it says a lot of this stuff is allegory, which means a story of a story of a story of a story. So they took some good things from information that was passed down, wrote them in a book that's going to cater to them. My only thing is, if we're the only people that don't seem to have a God no longer that look like us. And how can you a God that don't have nothing looking like you, and you really will lay your life down for him and argue for him? Isn't that the same thing they're doing for the Democratic Party? They pretty much worship it. But anyway, I digress from that. But I just thought it was interesting conversation that everybody was digging in on religious, what they was brought about in their books and history, and what you asked, nobody could ever answer. Where is the factual proof of these characters ever existing?
Right.
Ever.
So I'm guessing on this map right here. All right. So Atlanta, of course, Atlanta is going to be Democrat. So I guess Atlanta's already reporting early. Everywhere else is going to be red. I mean, the pretty much the blue areas is Atlanta, Augusta, areas in Savannah. But I'm guessing the gray areas is no results yet.
Right.
So when all this starts being reported, because all this down here is red. I mean, pretty much all in here is red. Savannah's blue. Atlanta is pretty much the main metro area. Metro Atlanta is going to be blue. So that's going to be close. Macon is going to be blue.
Yeah, they'll use those areas that's reporting faster than others to kind of sway people think they're winning.
Right.
And then when you really get to the outliers and stuff like that, where it's not predominantly black at all, or it's mostly conservative period color, whether it's Asian or Latino, whatever, that's when those precincts really start coming in. That's when the tide changes.
Damn, but the DeSantis one, man, DeSantis is up by like 14%. Goodness.
Yeah, he's done so much for that state during the pandemic. They're not going to.
Because all this area right here is going to be red. The Panhandle is going to be red. They said Dade County even turned red. Oh man, this is goodness. This is going to be ugly. Yeah.
You know why they kind of turned red this time? When he got Disney, started protecting the children. That was their biggest fight down there.
Right.
Through Disney, through his recent law, all that stuff. You're not going to just do this surgery. That's when a lot of them turned red because of that.
Yeah, so Atlanta's already pretty much reported from what it seems. Let me scroll back down. So that's the case. Everybody else is. Let me go back to Georgia.
So that's what's probably making Abrams look okay.
Yeah. Because Atlanta's already reporting. Yeah, because right now Abrams is up by 10%, but like I said, Atlanta's already pretty much is reporting already. So I wish there's a way you could let me zoom in. Yeah, so
That's what I'm saying. They couldn't wait to get those out of there because that kind of gives them a look of what the black populace was voting. But don't be surprised in many states that delaying results that's supposed to be already announced by tonight or in the morning.
really,
Mm-hmm. You know, Joe Biden told them that just a few weeks ago.
yeah, man, the fix is in. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll put the link in the chat room if you want to add to the conversation, talk about these results that's coming down the pipeline. You are more than welcome to.
Well, my son was glad I got him the documentary for his birthday yesterday.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Hey, speaking of that, guys, make sure you go and buy the documentary again. Make sure you go and buy the documentary. Guys, give me 40 seconds. I got to use the bathroom real quick. Give me 40 seconds.
Yes, everybody support by doing the documentary. And you can always do more than one and share it with someone else. Put their email address in there, give them the notification, and they can get the link to watch it directly. That's what I do. You can just do that as well to help out someone's trip to Africa, depending on where he select them to go. But really go in and do the documentary. Actually, $11 is really not much at all to share some information about someone's history. And yes, I know a lot of people are excited about their candidates. That's great. And we hope everybody, the candidates that needs to be, should be. And let's take control of the House, Senate, or something so people don't keep sweeping these agendas across without any pushback from anybody. And, the president can only do but so many executive orders. That's what he's going to live off of. Once this midterm changes to seating, that's what you will see mostly. And no matter how if you didn't vote right thing versus who you like, then you need to be voting for policy, no matter who's willing to give it to you going forward. You have another couple of years to make some changes. So, yes, the document is very affordable. Very affordable. But like I say, if you have it for yourself, get it for someone else. Just get their email, create a password for them, make the purchase for yourself for them, and that email will go to them, send them that password so they can get it. That's good, McKinley Jeter, that Walker's rising while he's staying the same. That's great down there in Georgia. Right, Mayor B, we're supposed to be voting on policy, but it seems like we're voting on popularity. We vote because we don't want somebody to dislike us. And the fact is, we just need to be voting for us as a collective, not the individual. Like a gentleman was on saying he was already going to vote for Kemp, but once they start talking about how they're disdaining the black male, now he would vote for him out of spite if he wasn't really going to vote for him.
Who said that?
There was one gentleman on. He said he was already looking forward. He was going to vote for Kemp anyway, but then when they got there just putting down the black men, he said if he wasn't going to vote for him, he would have now out of spite based on what they was talking about, thinking we're stupid, slow, and dumb.
Right.
Well, they didn't help. They haven't been helping their cause at all.
No, this is about to be interesting. Guys, hit the like button again. If you want to call in, go ahead and call in. Click on the link. Again, if you want to call in, click on the link, and you are more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. We would love to have you.
Now, I'm gonna tell you a quick, funny story, right quick.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. It ain't gotta be quick. Take your time. Take your time.
But no, to tell you how sometimes we get. I know someone was talking about how much more education, but really we get more indoctrinated than educated. And to tell you a little quick story how indoctrination could work just on a minute level in the family. It was a young lady who was a mother who had these two sons, twins. They finally went to school. So they get in the classroom. Now they come up rough and how she talked. I'm not going to spell it yet, but they went in. So they was getting ready to do the roll call. And so the teacher got to the brothers and asked them to say their names. So the first guy said, "My name is Mother Effer." And the next brother right behind said, "Well, my name is Son of a B." So the class started laughing, and the teacher was very angry, of course. And she said, "You got one other time. You got to tell me your names or you're going to the principal office." And they said the same thing. "My name is Mother Effer. My name is Son of a B." Goes to the principal office and told the teacher, tell the principal what they did. So the principal said, "Look here, young man, I'm going to ask you the question and you better tell me your answer. If not, I'm going to have to call your mother." So he asked them to say the name and they repeated the same thing. No joking, just "My name is M. Effer, Mother Effer, and my name is Son of a B." Called the mom down. The mom gets there. The principal tells them what happened in the classroom and also in his office. The mom, very angry, said, "You Mother Effer and you Son of a B, you better tell him your name." That's all she ever called him at home, and she said it right in front of them. So they were saying what the names they was indoctrinated with, not the reality of who they are. So it's so easy. A lot of our indoctrination can come from home. Now that might seem similar to some people with nicknames and things like that, but she actually turned around and called them those names right there that they was telling them that's who their names were, because that's what they knew versus the real names they was given. So we have to be mindful. It's not so much what somebody educated us on, it's what we get indoctrinated with. So their names going to stick with them. But I was saying that to say about the N-word that we try to do it for a term of endearment. When the parent of the slave master call you that for so long, the predominant society, you use that name because that's the connection back to them anyway. And you tell them it's okay. I can call myself that. So imagine the brothers calling each other those names, but they don't want nobody else to call them names outside the mom. Right. So I'm saying, so the N-word relates the same way. It was given to you and said to you so long that it becomes part of your identity, that when you say it now, it feels okay, long as nobody outside that don't look like you or not part of your family calls you that name. So we got to release all that, or as thinking it's in the term of endearment is actually not.
All right, so they've called the governor's race in Florida, Ron DeSantis. They called it. Yeah, they called the governor's race in Florida. So that has been called. Congrats to Ron DeSantis on being reelected for governor. We'll see if he runs for president. What do you think of a Trump DeSantis ticket? DeSantis vice president, Trump president.
I think one thing about that, if that was the case, I don't think Ron would just stab him in the back like the other guy did.
Oh, the other vice president, what was his name?
Yes, him. Because you have someone really with same values and things like that. So even if they tried to think they could take Trump down, they really don't want to deal with Ron DeSantis anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They would now. So now the other side to that is, I wouldn't want them running separate each other because that could divide the strength of the party and what the wave should be like. So one or the other run, or they could run together. Now, with that being said, if they say was taking the same stage, who going to get the nomination, there will be the blue wave Democrats to vote for Ron just to keep Trump from getting the nomination. They would. You would get that voting for him to get there. But he's supposed to be making a major announcement at Mar-a-Lago next week.
Who, Trump?
Yes, some people think it's going to be about him running again. It may not be. It could be.
But he was saying something like he can't make the announcement yet, or something like.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to take anybody's focus off the actual final part of the race.
Right. Give me 1 second.
I know, King Joseph, it could be quiet during an election.
Yeah, we'll call in, y'all. Links in the chat room. You want to call in and add to the conversation? Click on the link, add to the convo.
So they won't get no more old head babble, as the one guy said.
No. Hey, listen, man. You're free.
No, I don't pay attention. I write it because I thought it was funny.
But in the meantime, guys, listen, if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, if you have not bought the documentary In Search for Uhuru, please go to searchforuhuru.com. Please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. Again, please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. Listen, we are running a promotion, a contest. You buy the documentary. The contest started this past Sunday. Buy the documentary. All right. If 3,000 people before November 27th, between now and November 27th, 3,000 people, and this could be done. There's over 100,000 of you guys. 3,000 people purchase the stream. All right. For $10.99. All right, on the 28th, I'm going to do a drawing, and one lucky person will win a trip on our tours, okay? One lucky person will win a trip on one of our tours. We're going to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival, Sierra Leone again in April, Nigeria in August, and Zanzibar in November. So again, go to searchforuhuru.com, click on the link, buy the documentary, you stream it, set up your login. You can stream it wherever you want to, as much as you want, you own it. and then we're gonna do the contest. So, guys, go ahead, please. I want everybody. If you're watching this, if you have not bought the documentary, please go and buy the documentary. I will greatly appreciate it, family. I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, people don't want to call in because they know this red wave is coming, and people don't want to talk when there's an ass whooping coming. We know it's coming, and we know what's happening. And there's not a whole lot that can be done about it. I live here in Maryland, so our state's a little different. We have some really strange situations going on here, where even if you wanted to vote Republican, they're making it very hard to, because our Republican governor, it was speaking out against the Republicans is really weird. But this is I don't think this is a very interesting election night, because I think everybody's been predicting for months that this was going to be a real beatdown of the Democrats, and that's what it's shaping up to be. I don't think people on the left really understand how tired people are of a certain social agenda, and I think people are willing to vote for anybody who opposes this social agenda that people are so against.
Yes.
I just kind of away feeling that way. I don't think that. I think we're losing our minds, and when we start losing people like Bill Maher and all these other people, then we're in trouble. So, gotta take your butt whooping like a man.
No, Alan, in Maryland, they're gonna have a black governor.
Yeah, we're gonna have a black governor. That's the guy that Oprah and Obama endorsed, and he'll win quite handily, because again, the Republicans ran this guy who just didn't have a shot. This guy named Cox. If he ran someplace further south, he might succeed. But even the Republicans here are rejecting him. So we'll get a black governor. We'll see what he does. He's all gung ho about abortion and everything else. So a lot of people on the left are excited about him.
All right, so here's Pennsylvania. Fetterman is up by 84%, but it's still early, y'all. It's still early in Pennsylvania.
I'm surprised. I thought they should have had him drop out, and they should have ran somebody else.
But only 4% is reported, so
Yeah.
And that's coming from Philadelphia, which that of course
right.
That's going to be blue. So
right. Now he shouldn't have run after he had the stroke, and during the summer, they went out of their way to kind of hide Fetterman's how impaired he was, and so if he looks at this impaired right now, then when that happened, he must have been completely incapacitated, and they should have. The responsible thing would have been to run somebody else.
And the thing is like they were like criticizing you and shaming you if you brought that up, how bad he looked during his debate with Oz.
Yes.
Yeah. He looks horrible. And it's I wouldn't say horrible. I mean, because cognitively he still might be able to do the job. It's just that during the middle of a race, you have somebody with severe thing going on like that. You don't run somebody like that. That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's getting close in Georgia with the governor's race. Yeah, Kemp's gonna win.
Who's gonna win?
Kemp. I mean, it's like with everything that's reported already, and Stacey only has 51% of the vote, and Kemp has 47%. Kemp's gonna win. I mean, so Atlanta, of course, is all blue. So the majority of the Atlanta vote is already in. And it's Savannah's blue, Macon is Augusta's blue. Yeah, so and then you still got all these rural areas around here, and especially up in here in the north, like once you get to Cobb County and near the Tennessee border And over here, closer you get to Alabama, that's all going to be red. Like all this stuff's going to be red right in here. Really, the blue areas is just Atlanta, I guess part of Athens, because that's that's what university is liberal, Augusta and Savannah. But all this other stuff's going to be red. And Stacey's only up. She's only at 51%. So yeah, it's going to be yeah.
Didn't they have her at 58% once?
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, so all the votes are coming from Atlanta, Augusta, and Savannah for the Democrats. Everything else is going to be pretty much red.
And she decided to run her campaign on abortion. And I just think I don't live in Georgia, but my guess would be
I don't understand why they would just abortion. I don't get it. Like
her answer to everything was abortion. I thought it was absolutely unbelievable that she would do that.
Abortion.
So,
you're powerless because you can't abort your babies. You shouldn't be raising your babies. The foster care system got too many people who need to abort them.
Right.
You know, this is crazy.
That was the worst strategy I've ever seen.
Well, what it was, they thought because it just came from the Supreme Court overturning it not long ago, they thought that'd be such a hot button that they could run on that and nothing else. And they thought that people really was going to just jump to their side for that reason, and that's the mistake.
Yeah, I think people realized after a while that you can, if you really want to get an abortion, you can get one in this country still. And so it's not, so Roe v. Wade being overturned wasn't as much of a game changer as they made it out to be.
No, it was a layer of federal protection and funding. That's all that really was that went away. So the states went back. All they said was it was a mistake that the government made that decision. That goes back to the individual states. And they know that was not going to be a blanket cover anymore for them to just do that. So they knew a lot of the red states were going to make the laws against it anyway. So that's what the whole narrative was about. That they lost the 50 state protection to do it under federal government and get funding.
Right. So us, the people on the left running on that as if that was going to be this big game changer and that they could use what's it called, those memes of what's that TV show on Hulu? They ran those memes about talking about this is going to be the next I forget, it's the thing where they have all the women where they lose their sexual reproductive rights and all the stuff like that, and they decided to run on that completely. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, because that's not a winning issue, especially when you combine that with all the other social issues, with the LGBTQ stuff that people are doing on the left. They're losing people on the left all day with that kind of stuff, including myself, because that social agenda is not a productive one that can lead to anybody anywhere, and people already know this. So people are willing to vote for anybody to oppose that. Whether they like Herschel Walker or not, people are going to vote for Herschel to oppose some of these social agendas, and I think those are issues that Democrats just never factored in.
Well, on top of that, the one way that most people don't want to address or talk about is to combat that and really make them talk. Is start saying, okay, if you want a right to abort, we're going to give men the right to abort responsibility as well for those that they said they didn't know they didn't want the kid or didn't know they had one. If you start want to make that a law, it's going to change the whole conversation. It will change the whole conversation. It really will. Just think about it.
Well, they were trying to make it. I guess I forgot where they were trying to pass some type of law where you could put the father on child support when you're pregnant. While you're pregnant, what if the person's not the father?
Yeah, but also, well, how can you do that if in some states you can have an abortion all the way up till the crown of the head come through the womb? You think you're gonna pay child support at that point?
Oh, somebody said Marco Rubio has been declared the winner. Let's go check out Florida real quick. Let's check out Florida. Yep, Ron. Oh, that's Ron DeSantis. Let's go to the Senate race. U.S. Senate. Yep, Marco Rubio, winner. 6%.
Take long.
So Florida's done. Let's go check out Pennsylvania real quick. Guys, hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. If you want to call in, I'll put the link back in the chat room if you want to call in and add to the conversation. Pennsylvania. Let's see here. 5% reporting. Okay.
Yeah, that's the large state. Someone posted in the chat earlier about more young people should vote because you can get those old heads out. The actuality is that you need more young people in politics running in local elections and move it on up. So just them voting, they're gonna vote for who? The same old heads. So them voting makes nothing but just more votes for one person or the other. What changes that is when you have more young people out there that you can put in politics, starting with your local level and up and keep it going that way. So that's what that just saying more should vote without having anybody represent your demographic and age groups that's old enough to be in politics is just kind of like just throwing something out there with nothing in it. So have the young people in politics to have young people, someone to vote for.
But the trend has been that politicians are getting older of late. We got the oldest president we ever had. We had one before who was in their 70s. It's funny after Obama with hope and change and everybody want to do something new and having young, fresh faces, it just seemed like everybody reverted back to having older people back in office while claiming to be doing something new. Even somebody like Bernie Sanders, was supposed to be the hot candidate among young people, and he's well into his 70s.
Right. Well, you still got people out here still need a father, mother figure. That's why they keep them same old people up there. And so what happens is that it's not that they got older. They was able to get more charismatic and more cunning to keep themselves in office. And so if you keep promising people everything, just like promise a child, if you clean your room, I'm going to do this. If you do this, I'm going to do that. But you can clean the whole house and manicure the yard and everything. And then they may have an excuse. Well, I was going to do that, but I do appreciate you doing all that I asked you to do. And so they got better and better and better at that. The promises and no delivery. And so that's why they stay around so long. They keep promising. And the people with the children out there with their hands out for the promise don't want to throw mom, grandma, grandpa out. They go, hey, they recognize us. They're going to give us something for what we do. And they never do. Never do. And they're getting older and older with the same trick. It's the kid that stay a kid so long that he don't realize that that's a lie. That's what the voting has become.
The North Carolina race looks interesting. Let's see what percentage is in so far. North Carolina, 46% reporting. Okay, that looks kind of close. We'll see. We'll follow that. Go ahead, Josh. You got to unmute yourself, Josh. Unmute yourself. You got to get your Boost Mobile and all that connected, Josh. Before I can let you in. Get all that connected. Get your Boost. Get all that connected, because whenever it has a little disclaimer saying device is not connected, and that takes for when it's taking a long time. Make sure you get all that together, Josh. Let's check out the Wisconsin race. The Wisconsin race. That one was supposed to be close too. Okay, they haven't started yet. Guys, you want to call in, links in the chat room. Do me a favor, hit the like button again, please. Please, please, please hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Again, please hit that like button as you come into the chat room, family. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button.
Yes, sir. Well, look, man, I gotta go, but thanks for having me on. I'll watch the rest of the show.
Oh, anytime, anytime.
All right, man.
All right, so Raphael Warnock has 53% of the vote. 34% is reporting. It's gonna be close. Let me see if I could. Let me check out I'm gonna mute myself and listen into another. Kemp 49.1%. Yeah, Kemp's gonna win. I just don't see. I don't see people, not voting down ballot. When it comes to the race, like I don't see people, voting for, Kemp, and then on the ballot, and then voting for Herschel. I mean, voting for Warnock on the same ballot. I mean, that's what I meant. I just don't see people voting for separate parties on the same ballot. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, not in this election, I don't think.
Yeah, but yeah, Kemp is closing in. Yeah, Kemp's closing in. I wonder how many people voted last year in how many people voted in the last governor election in 2018? Was it I think like 2 million? Let me look that up real quick. Dynasty, we need to vote for our passports. I don't understand what you mean by that. Blockavelli, I don't understand what you mean by vote for our passports. If you can expand on that, fam. Let me see something. How many people voted in 2018 in Georgia? Let's see here. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting. Josh Malum, we can't get you on, bro. You got to get your devices connected. You got to get your devices connected, fam. All right, so 35% reporting. Raphael Warnock's lead is starting to be trimmed. And Brian Kemp is closing in. Oh, let's see. That's right, the Michigan race. Let's see the Michigan race for governor. There we go. That was another important one. Michigan. Okay, Gretchen is up. Don't know how much of the vote has been reported. Oh, let's check New York. Let's check New York. Okay, they haven't released everything. They haven't reported yet. Yeah, Georgia's going to be interesting. But I think, not even think. I know Kemp's going to pull it off. At the minimum, with the Senate, it'll be a runoff. Yeah, here goes Kemp right now. He's closing in. And Herschel's closing in on Warnock too. Yeah, I don't see people. That's the word I want to use. Split ballot. I don't see people splitting their ballots. Warnock is on the balance. This would be a nail biter. Yeah, but I don't see people splitting their vote like that on their ballot. It just doesn't make sense. Voting for Kemp and then voting for Warnock. Yeah, I just don't see it. No, not going. DeSantis already won. So DeSantis and Rubio, they already won. Guys, links in the chat room. If you wanna call in, click on the link. Josh, your devices they're still not connecting.
And let me say this right quick.
Go ahead.
Regardless, two things was in the chat about FBA and reparations and using BRICS as your allies and things like that. I want to say this, and I want everyone to hear me about reparations. Finally hear me on something. There is no nationhood for Black America. There will be no nation, no reparations, period. You can say whatever group you with and all that, but until we establish ourselves as a nation or connected to one, they can't repair you. This is how they always will get around it, because they don't repair individuals. Every entity or nation that got reparation became a nation first, or was a nation that they destroyed or had part in it. So even with the UN saying they owe reparations to diaspora and everybody, but the diaspora is not a nation. So until you log in with Liberia or you get your ancestry from wherever, but you have to become a nation or be part of a nation. That way you can say, now we need to be repaired. So keep talking about a check. That's not going to happen in America as long as we're not a nation of one people.
I forgot, we got Texas too. Let's check out Texas. All right, so 36 has reported. Oh, dude, Warnock's only up by 3%. I mean, this is oh boy. Warnock's lead is trimming away from the Associated Press. His lead is Herschel might pull it off. Oh, let's go check out Texas. All right, here goes Texas. Yeah, Abbott's going to win easy. I mean, they're already reported in the Dallas. Well, yeah, Abbott's going to win. Abbott's winning that.
Yeah, it'd be hard for Abbott to lose out there.
Yeah, Abbott ain't losing that. And especially now, especially Latinos along the border, they're voting Republican now in large numbers. Oh, Brian Kemp's in the lead now. Brian Kemp just took the lead. Here we go. Josh is here. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey guys, how you doing, Dinah? Great document.
Josh, you got your Getro together. You finally got connected.
Yeah, I got connected. I got that old.
That's that Obama phone. Josh, you there? Now we lost him already. Josh, we lost you already, bro. Guys, links in the chat room. Please click on the link and call in. Again, please click on the link and call in. So Kemp is up now. And with a lot of the votes coming in already from Atlanta, Atlanta and Savannah and Augusta, Kemp's going to win. Like I said, what's going to be interesting is this right here. Herschel might pull it off. Because, again, I just don't see people splitting their ballot like that.
And you still got all the rural counties, right?
Herschel's closing in. Yeah, he still got a lot of these rural counties right in here, and all this is going to be red. Like the rest of this is going to be red. Up here in North Georgia, outside of Atlanta, Cobb County. All this is going to be red. Like all these other little areas are going to be red. South Georgia, all this is going to be red. So it's going to be close for the Senate with Warnock. But with Kemp pretty much won. Unless something's going on that I just don't know. Let's go back to governor. And 37% reporting More coming in. Yeah, Kemp is up. Josh, we lost you, Josh. Josh, you gotta get your getro together, man. Cobb County's not gonna vote blue, man. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Cobb County's not voting blue. Wisdom never sleeps. Are you familiar with Cobb County in Georgia?
Yeah. If they vote blue,
Cobb County definitely is not going blue.
They've been red, Confederate, everything for many, many, many years. They are known for their being red.
Yeah, Walker's gaining. Yeah, Walker is gaining. You said NBC got Warnock winning. Yeah, Warnock is winning right now. But the argument was that for some odd reason, all these people were going to split their ticket, meaning they're going to vote Kemp, but then vote for Warnock. And maybe some people did that, but I don't think a lot. I just don't see the majority of people, like enough people doing that. So Warnock to win. It just doesn't make any sense. Only part of Cobb is part of Atlanta, because you have Smyrna, you got Marietta, you got Kennesaw. So like I said, I don't see people splitting their ticket a lot for as far as voting Kemp and then voting for Warnock. Cobb ain't going blue.
Yeah, if it looks like that, that means something else happened.
Somebody said Cobb is going blue. Cobb ain't going blue. Hold on, let me see if I could zoom in on this. Oh, no. Where we going? Stop that. I remember there's a way where you could really do it by county. Yeah, but all these areas right here are about to be red. This is going to be red. That's going to be red. Everything north of Atlanta this is all red up here. That's all red. I mean, all this is going to be red. I'm not familiar with Gus. Well, Gus is blue, but I'm not really familiar with that. Well, this should be red as well. All this is going to be red. Like all this gray you guys see, all this is going to be red. This is all going to be red. All the way to the Florida border. It's all going to be red. Yeah, Warnock is losing his lead. 41% reporting. He's only 51%. Yeah, he was up 58, 59 with when there was 57 or 58 when there was 27% reported. So it's going to be close. Douglasville's going red. I mean, when you go west to Alabama, like Douglasville and Carrollton and all that way, straight up 20. Once you get past Six Flags, that's all going red too.
Yeah, I spent a few days and nights in Douglasville for a conference there. Mm-hmm. And it felt red when I was going around Douglasville.
Oh yeah, Kemp's starting to pull ahead comfortably. Oh, y'all, Herschel's closing in. Herschel's closing in.
All right.
41% reported. Herschel's closing in. Oh. CNN and NBC are going to give Kemp the winner here in a minute. You know, the reaction on people's faces when they see Herschel win, like, it's going to be crazy. This is going to be hilarious. Listen, let's see here. Let me go back. 41% of the vote in. And oh man, okay, y'all, you guys see this, right? So Raphael Warnock's at 50% now.
Keeps dropping.
He's dropping. Oh boy.
But I agree with you that wouldn't make sense if Kemp wins and then Walker loses. That would not.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But that's what people were saying. But
But they'll try to steal one if they can. Someone say they shocked at Miami and West Palm Beach going red. Nope. Too much agenda stuff was pushed. And they had a governor stand up.
Hey, Herschel might take the lead soon. Oh, it's getting close. Okay, okay, he dipped a little bit, but it's getting close. It's getting close. 44% reported. Oh, it's getting close. Yeah, Kemp's gonna pull away. Yeah, Kemp's gonna win. Hey guys, I don't want this to be so. Guys, listen, call in. Click on the link. Call in. Y'all, call in. Click on the link. Call in. Y'all, click on the link and call in. Again, click on the link and call in, family. Somebody said you can't talk with your mouth full. Is it dinner time? Is that why I ain't calling in? Because it's dinner time? But listen, call in, man. And this is about to be close and short. Well, Kemp's going to win. Yeah, Kemp is up. Guys, links in the chat room if you want to call in and add to the conversation. You are more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Boy, Warnock's lead is trimming. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Warnock's about to drop below 50%. I mean, below. Boy, hold on. Oh, boy. Warnock's lead is trimming.
It's about to flip.
Y'all, there it is. Oh, let's change. Let's do it. Let's do it like this. Hold on 1 second. No, I didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't mean to do that either. There we go. That's better. Yeah, Kemp's won. Kemp is won.
And he started pulling all the way.
Dude, the react if Herschel Walker pulls this off without a runoff, the reaction. Oh man, I'm here. Like I'm here for the reaction. Oh man. Oh man, this is. Whew.
Yeah, they would have some explaining to do. Kemp win big and Walker don't. They would have some explaining to do.
So James Walker. Go ahead, James.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, Jay, I see your gold grill. It's dark as hell. Where you at? But I see your gold grill.
I'm on my way to San Antonio right now.
Okay.
I'm over here on this toll road. I just wanted to call you in and let you know I commented on your little video the other night, boy, and the comment section came for me because I said that I think that was either Thursday or Friday because she sent me a love for my comment because I posted that I voted Republican down ballot for the first time.
Okay.
And man, the amount of comments I had, people telling me I was stupid, I was dumb, and what white supremacy gonna do me, and blah 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 blah.
No,
man, I was born in '79. I lived through the cocaine era of Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
I lived through Bill Clinton. I mean, we just survived Donald Trump, you know? All this fear mongering and carrying on, you know, it's a new day. That's all I can say.
Let me ask you this, man. So I was in my neighborhood walking around, and because you're an elder, you can explain just this fear that a lot of black folks have of the Republicans. So I was walking around yesterday, and I had on my Georgia Bulldog t-shirt, and you know, some brothers in the neighborhood were like, "Go Dogs!" Older cats. They're like, "Go Dogs!" I was like, "Yeah, go Dogs!" And then I said, "Make sure you guys vote for Herschel Walker." And of course, on cue, no, Republicans going to take away our democracy. They're going to make it where we can't vote at all. Like, where did they get this stuff from? Wisdom Never Sleeps.
Well, it goes back to what I was talking about, how your parents indoctrinate you. And the Democratic Party has been the parents of black people for so long that they've been, that's where they get the ideology from. So when they start saying it, they believe it. And I'm going to tell you what's easier for them to believe that is the Republicans, or let's say the conservative, don't engage you to give you things and promises. They're about you working for yourself. If you want to be separate, that's fine. We'll even negotiate that with you if you want to talk. So they're not, that's why they don't run to engage. And so the Democrats leverage their lack of engagement of the black people to say that they are the boogeyman. And they buy into that year after year after year because they're thinking that parent is going to always award them for staying away from that boogeyman, the Republican. And so what happens is that becomes so ingrained that as soon as anybody that looks like you go outside the grain, oh, they're going to come and do this and do that. But what they fail to understand is that it is the Democratic Party that started the Ku Klux Klan. It is the Democratic Party that killed and ran most of the Republicans, conservative black men out of office. It is the Democratic Party that consistently voted to keep slavery. It is the Democratic Party that knows how to smile and just greet you and be nice to you long enough to keep them in power over you. That's what they really don't want to accept, that they have bad parents. That the parents beat them and do that, and they still say, I love you, but they beat them and don't really do anything for them. But when they need you to help the light bill, the water bill, keep them in the house, you still jump up and do it because you still need their love. And all the time, the person that's down the street is trying to tell you from the outside looking in, this is what it is. And now if you want to go, I can tell you how to do some things, but I'm not going to do it for you. I'm not going to promise you things. So that's what happens a lot of times.
You know, Dennis, I want to add something to the conversation.
Go ahead.
About what this brother just said. Well, you know, I'm originally from New Orleans, and, you know, I've been living in Iowa for the last 12 years. And I found myself paying attention to something when I got away from home. It's not that the Republicans haven't tried to court the black vote. It's just most of us ain't going to listen to them as soon as they say they're Republican.
Hey, listen, real quick. Sorry to ask. So Warnock has dropped below 50%, and we at halftime, y'all. We not even at halftime yet. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And it's not that the Republicans haven't asked or tried to talk to us. It's just that automatically, because they're Republican, we can't talk to them. And the thing has always been, well, they don't like us. Black people ain't liked by nobody. When you take your ass in them Asian hair shops, every time you look up, you see a black woman getting her head busted open or what have you, and they don't stop going in there. You know, black men, when we go in them Arab stores, them gas stations, and we be trying to talk to Ali, man, Ali wants you to spend your money and get the fuck out of his store. Ali, you call you more beads and niggas than a law allowed, and we don't stop going in there. It's just, what do we have to lose? We've been living under the Democrats. You know, I ran for city council in the town I live in 2019. I knew I couldn't win, but it was worth the money that I spent running my campaign because of some of the people I got to meet. And I saw some of the policies they was asking me about. And I went down to Des Moines, because if you've never been to Des Moines is like, the white folks in Iowa call Des Moines, Africa. That's how many Africans they are there. I went and talked to them and told them, hey, they want y'all out of Des Moines. They're about to start running a lot of different policies. You guys ought to get politically involved and join and stop some of this stuff. And they told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And look at Des Moines now. They cleaning them out of there. I mean, I just feel like this. At the end of the day, business is about business. I don't care if you like me or not. You don't have to like me to do business with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, under Donald Trump, all the people who were saying we had to get rid of him because he was a racist is screaming and hollering, we need him back now. Because gas wasn't $4 or $5. You know, I got a cousin who just left California for a vacation last week. He said gas was almost $7 out there. Who can afford to live somewhere where gas is $7 and a 1-bedroom apartment in the worst neighborhood in the city is $2,000, $2,500 a month? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Someone in there talking about conservatives preserve money, prevent the way of life, unless you give it to big business. See, that's where you're already wrong. You should be a business. You are a business by birth anyway when you get your certificate. But why wouldn't you want them to give breaks to people who want to run a business so they always just have a job, even if you have a side business while working? See, it's about handouts again. Well, your parents promise you something and give you nothing, and you still say the other guy is just taking money from you, but you won't be a business.
Well, I mean, just for me, living in a Republican-run state has been very prosperous for me. I'm going to say it just like that.
Yes.
Last year, after the last fiscal year last year, the state of Iowa, because they didn't close during the pandemic and all that, ended up with $1.5 billion surplus. Because we stayed open when a lot of people was closing, when they was out there screaming and hollering about you know, the pandemic and what have you. I mean, at the end of the day, man, you vote for who you want to vote for. When you vote those propositions that's on the ballots, most black people don't understand. We usually agree with the conservative idea. If you take a D and an R off there and just put the policy on the poll, 9 times out of 10 we gonna vote for the conservative policy as long as we don't see an R next to it.
Correct.
If they attach an R next to it, we're gonna go the opposite way. Even if we die hard believe the fact R is attached to it, we're gonna go the opposite way. And I mean, you know, Dynast, I seen something about a documentary or something you done. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of those.
Yeah, you gotta buy
a chance to.
You gotta buy me. You gotta buy the documentary, brother. You please.
Yeah. I'm gonna when I get back home, I'm gonna get me one this weekend.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Is it like a hard copy? Cause
no. You
digital.
You stream it. You stream it. Yeah. You stream it as much as you want to. So it's yours. You set up a login, password. You stream it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have them help me figure that out. You know, I'm not too into technology, but yeah, man. You know, to everybody out there that see this, as black folks, the vote, we need to put some money, some economics behind that vote, because the town I live in, I watched a guy this weekend get invited to Kamala Harris's house. He's a Mexican fella, own a little small restaurant in the town I live in, about this whole Hispanic business month or what have you that they got going over there. At the end of the day, I'm surrounded by Asians, Hispanics, and whites, and I'm watching the way everybody else moving. They put their money behind their message. All we do is scream and holler. We don't fund our own candidates, and the candidates that's on the ballot, we don't give them no money, but we want something from them.
Shit! It looks like Herschel about to take the lead. He's only down by 2,000. He's only down by about 1,300 votes.
I think he gonna pull it off. You have a safe one, Dynast.
Man, because I mean, you gotta look at this map right here. You know, the rest, like everything up here is gonna be red. All here is gonna be red. The rest of this map is gonna be red.
Well, I saw.
Of course, Warnock got Atlanta.
Atlanta,
I think, yeah.
Outside Atlanta, the last time I was down in Georgia, I went down there to Alma, and I drove the back roads back up. Man, there's Kemp signs everywhere. Georgia is a red state. Kemp and Walker signs everywhere. I stopped in small town Georgia and they was talking about that. That was the last time I was down there was when that hurricane was hit. That one that hit Florida pretty good. That last one. And man, I seen Walker and Kemp signs everywhere. But I'm gonna jump off this thing, Dynast, so I can get on down here to this place. And I just wanted to chime in, check in with you. You know, I like to check in with you from time to time.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Yep. Later.
All right, peace. Oh, Herschel took the lead. Y'all, Herschel just took the lead, you guys. Herschel just took the lead. 48. We're coming into halftime. Herschel just took the lead.
Y'all better send Roland Martin some magnesium. All y'all saying he gonna have a
we're rolling, boy. Yeah, guys, Herschel just took the lead.
Y'all better send him some magnesium so he can survive it.
But yeah, well, I appreciate it. It's a first time for everything, isn't it?
RC, go ahead, RC.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I was the one that said that I don't even think they're gonna go to runoff. Cause I feel like, man, a lot of people just tired of the Democrat, bro. They moved too far left. Like, I never voted, but I can say I used to be like a Democrat, most people around me. But it's in the last 4 or 5 years, a lot of people start changing their mindset. You know, they're just like they're just tired of them, bro. It's just they're so far left. How you gonna to the smallest like margin of the population? And you pushing that on everybody. I don't have no problem with that type of life or whatever, but you can't push that on the masses. Like look at that base. Even the Hispanic is moving to the GOP.
Okay, there must have been a big dump. So Warnock took the lead again. There must have been a big dump somewhere. So 53% reporting. Warnock is up. But okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now you good. Yeah, I'm hoping, man, Walker get it. Cause I'm just tired of Democrat Party altogether, man. They just push this ideology like based on maybe what 1% of the population. You got boys and girls, same bathroom and all this. That base. They don't even have a base no more. You look at the white woman is not really that base. The only base they got is pretty much African American woman. Man too, but the numbers going down on the man side. That's why you see that lady was talking greasy about black man. So hopefully they can get their butt kicked tonight so, they can go back to the drawing board, realize that, the strategy they got is just gonna only give them L's. That's it. People are tired of that. So because the last time they got, they got that old man in there that's not supposed to be, nobody president, because you can see that man is not even all there. Based on, Black Lives Matter and their whole push for racism, Trump was the boogeyman and, they're going to come get you, put you back in slavery. That's how they got in there. But you can't play the same playbook you can't call the same play every time. So they didn't have that racism in their back pocket this time, so they're going to get that behind wood.
All right, so Warnock is up now by 130,000 votes, but the lead we're at halftime, 53% reporting. So like I said, this is about to be interesting. All right, let's go back to the governor's race in Georgia. Kemp is still up. So, all right, go ahead, RC.
Yeah, so it's getting close. I'm really hoping that, Walker could pull it out, man. All that freaking stupid, all these ideologies, we can get over it. Like I said, even the Hispanic, we got a lot of, you think because of Democrat pro-immigration stand, you think that they would, be killing the Hispanic vote. Even that is moving away from them. That's why they're shocked, like I think where the DeSantis down here on one day kind of whatever. And I saw that on MSNBC. They were going like crazy over there. I see, what's his name is Joy Reid. She was, explaining why that, it's because of the Cubans. 70% of Cubans down there. She, try to play maybe the Cuban out racist or something like that. That's why they were for Republicans. But yeah, they were like, oh, why does that happen?
Long way to go.
In your state of North Carolina, the Republican is leading now, Ted Budd.
Yeah, I knew that was kind of strange how they try to have her so far out there at 68% early on.
Yeah, 58% reporting. Yeah, it's getting, let's see here. Yeah,
as Rudy said on the positive, let's go, Bud.
See what's going on in Texas. Yeah, Greg Abbott is up in Texas. Yeah, he'll win that easy.
Yeah, it's the Philly, the one they're going to really, I would not be surprised at Philly at all.
My bad. Arizona's not going to start at 10 o'clock. Arizona's going to be interesting. Guys, if you want to call in and add to the conversation, click on the link. You're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Yeah, Warnock is back in the lead, but we're at halftime. So only 54% of the votes been reported. You guys want to call and click on the link? Let's go back to Georgia, see what's going on. So Warnock's lead is the dwindling. Like I said, we're 54% in. Let's go to Georgia, see what's going on. Yeah, Brian Kemp is Brian Kemp will win. So no, it's still close. We're only 54%. Only 54% of the votes are in so far. So we got, like I said, we're at halftime. I mean, it's close. It's closer than what some people expected. So
it's a lot more votes to come in.
Right.
A lot of
it's still going to be interesting.
In some of those areas, they want to report them late and slow anyway. They want people to look like people have won.
Dennis, you follow what's going on? You follow what's going to crypto a little bit?
Yeah, with FTX and Binance, that was big news today.
Yeah, it tanked the market like big time. Kind of rebound late afternoon.
It'll rebound.
Yeah, even tanked the stock market. That was the crazy thing.
Yeah, I'll say this: because I keep up with crypto. Everybody in crypto, they're pretty much red. So, if the Republicans take the Senate and the House, it'll rebound decently.
So you think regulation gonna be good for it? Like, because that's what because the issue is like with what Celsius that went under, right? And
yeah, I think it's gonna be regulated. And the reason I'm gonna say this, the reason why it's good that it's gonna be regulated, because like the company I used to work for, Centos, like they won't invest or put money in anything that is not clear, like as far as the regulation and how to properly write it off or put it on the balance book. So it's actually a good thing. To be honest,
I think so too. Yeah, because I think Celsius and some other company that had went under, so people got to think like then the government will have to do something about it. I think it's gonna be a good thing. Even like I think what Tesla just finally got like, because there's some retirement fund, they want to invest in a company if it's not like have this certain grade or stuff like that. So like you said, if crypto get regular, I think more big those type of stuff like that, they're gonna get involved. So that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, but Wisdom never sleeps. Yeah, I think they have to be voting split ticket in Georgia, because Kemp is up, but Herschel's down.
Yeah, because I think that's kind of happened the last time too. I think, right? 2 years ago.
No, not
It
at
was.
all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like they got to be they're voting split ticket. It's crazy.
Yeah, let's hope Walker can come back. Yeah, this pastor that's for abortion. I don't know what kind of sense that make.
Like I said, we're at halftime, and when 28% of the vote was in, again when 28% of the vote was in, Herschel was I mean,
Is there more red county left to be counted, or is
Warnock
more
was up
blue?
like 50%. Say that again.
Is there more like red county like left to be counted, or
Well, I'm
just
saying
is it more blue?
all this in North Georgia, this is all going to be red. Here in Central
Okay.
Georgia is going to be red. Here in South, Midwest, whatever you want to call that, Georgia, that's going to be a mixture between red and blue. Okay, all this is red already down here in the South. So these little pockets,
Okay.
man, they should go red. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, it's going to be close. And it's 56% reporting. So
You think a runoff favor Walker more than
yeah,
Pastor?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I think so
Hey,
too.
where's the never sleep? So it's obvious that they're voting split ticket in Georgia. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thing is sometimes people do that, but are they really voting split ticket or are they manipulating the vote itself? Now, if they're doing split ticket, it's because as far as the black population is still about the church and Warnock and the church and all that, a lot of times, or being afraid of change on that level, or a dislike for Walker because they still believe he's a little slow. So that could be some of the reasoning. But yet and still, maybe he didn't go out into enough rural counties. I don't know. But the signs are everywhere, the guy said. So it could be just the fact that something else is going on there, or he just didn't win enough of them over yet. I'm not sure. And some people say Democrats are doing split tickets right now anyway. But usually the Republicans that vote Republican, they're not going to split a ticket.
So, Ellis Shore, Yej, call in. I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. Call in. Ellis Shore, Yej, call in. It seems like they're you said many Democrats are doing a split ticket. Okay, so you're saying they're voting for Kemp and they're voting for Warnock.
Yeah, guys, remember, I'm not going to vote for Stacey Abrams no matter what.
So say that again?
They was not going to vote for Stacey Abrams anyway, some of the Democrats. Mm-hmm. They went to red on that side. But they could still be holding for Warnock. The reason why it's looking a little slow and suspicious right now.
Yeah, but links in the chat room. We're a little bit, we're over. We should be done in about hour, 15 minutes as far as the you can't call because your work. So YJ, you think Walker's gonna win? YJ, yes or no?
The Dynasty's been great. I'm gonna have to get off. I have another call I gotta do. So it's always good to be with you. And like I said, I'm always proud of you. Keep it going.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in, please click on the link. Link is in the chat room. Guys, it's still going to be close in Georgia. It's still going to be close in Georgia as far as the Senate race, but as far as governor, no, I'm not nervous, man. This is funny. I just want to see the reaction. If Herschel wins, man, I just want to see the reactions of people. But Stacey Abrams, she'll be fine. Stacey Abrams, she'll get like she'll be a contributor on like MSNBC and all that stuff. Stacey Abrams will definitely be okay. Hey, somebody call in. You guys can call in if you want to. We here. We are here. Link is in the chat room. Click on the link and call in. Hey, Matt B, go ahead and call in, Matt B. Go ahead and call in. And guys, hit the like button. King Joseph, what you mean you sleep, King Joseph? It's only 6:30 where you at. What you mean you sleep? All right, guys, click the link. You could call in. Guys, so the lead between, let me make sure it's more updated down here. So there's 58% of the votes have been reported in Georgia. Warnock is only up. I mean, again, he has to get over 50% in order for it not to go to a runoff. And he's only up by 0.8%. So it's still close, guys. It's still close. And I think a lot of these areas that are going to report, a lot of them are going to be red. So again, it's going to be close. Kim's going to be governor. He's going to win. I mean, it's pretty much over. It's pretty much over for Stacey. Hey guys, it's King Joseph. I will. In fact, everybody, so go subscribe to King Joseph's channel when you get a chance. But guys, the lead between Warnock and Herschel Walker is shrinking. 58% reporting. And the lead between Kemp and Stacey Abrams is growing. I'm just, guys, it's just Stacey it's just too, like Stacey. Peter John, I'm an adult. I know what's going on here. But you know, Stacey was just, guys, let me pull this video up of Stacey Abrams. She was just too cringe, man. She was just way too cringe. Like hold on, Stacey. Oh, let me pull this up real quick. Guys, who's the girl that played in Simply Ben? Whatever. Dinah's got his jacket from Nigeria due to Skid Row. Whatever. Vance to Toledo, Ohio. Let's go. Let's check out Ohio. Oh, hey, y'all. Warnock's lead is Warnock's about to drop below 50%. Oh boy. Warnock is about to drop below 50%. It's going to be close. 60% reporting. Hey, W in West Africa, say it's 75% left in the vote and Walker's up. You still think? What do you think? What do you think about that? Matt B, go ahead.
Hi, Dinus. Hi, family.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I just called in because you called me out.
Yeah, go ahead. Add to the conversation.
Yeah. This is a really weird election race with the split ticket. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. So
what I'm seeing now is as Kemp's lead widens, Walker's lead is widened as well. So Warnock is 0.2% away from dropping below 49%. So basically in Georgia, if you don't win by 50% or more, it goes to a runoff.
Right.
So, you know, and well, Kemp's going to win, but I just wasn't expecting the ticket to be split like it is right now. But like Wisdom Never Sleeps said, you know, there's probably a lot of Democrats who are voting for Brian Kemp and then for Warnock, because I mean Stacey is just they would have been better off running Cynthia McKinney.
Right.
You know, I mean Stacey is just she's just way too awkward, I guess.
Yeah. Her campaign this go around wasn't that strong.
Right.
Her previous run, I don't know if she changed campaign managers or what, but this her strategy was off this year.
Yeah, it was just abortion. It was just like, listen, there's more important things going on. You know, I understand women's rights, I get it, but you know, there's just a lot of stuff going on. And so the white women who voted for Biden in 2020, they were like, F that. We voting for Kemp this year. We ain't making that mistake again. Give me 1 second, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I think the candidates should have really pinpointed inflation. That would have been that's a really strong Can you hear me? There's like a delay or something. I'm sorry.
I mean, I had to step away for a second. I'm back.
Okay. No, I was just saying that I feel that the candidates should have focused on inflation. That's a really strong item that is important to people, I feel, right now.
Somebody says, close, look at the areas in Georgia that haven't come in yet, strong Democratic areas. Are you sure?
Right.
I can tell you right now, all this up here is going to be red. I don't know if this is like DeKalb County or Gwinnett. I think this right here might be Gwinnett County. So no telling what that would be. This is going to be red. This is going to be red. Over here, you know, I guess this would be middle Georgia or consider like South. I'm sorry, that'd be South. Yeah, Southwest. This could go either way. It's going to be close. Like Stacey's done, but this is going to be close. Because up in here is going to be red for sure.
Yeah, all of that is red.
Right. Yeah, up in here is red. You know, this is going to be red. This is going to be red. That's going to be red. It's just right in here. Like, and then right here, this Gwinnett County area. That's going to be, I think that's Gwinnett County because Athens is right here. So this might be Gwinnett County. That's going to be a tough one. And then right here is going to be tough. So it's going to be, guys, it's going to be close. Dude, this right here is already red, guys. Look, all this is red right here. Somebody said this is Black folks, Southwest Georgia. All this is already red. Hold on, let's check this out. Okay, and Warnock is losing his lead. 61% is reporting. He's at 50.1%. So he's about to drop below the 50% threshold. Southwest Georgia has already went red. What are you talking about? Southwest Georgia is red. So right here in this middle, I guess it's considered Southwest. This is going to be red too. Like I said, it's going to be close. I'm just right here, Gwinnett. I think this is Gwinnett County because this is Athens right here. Outside of Atlanta, I think this is Gwinnett County. This right here is going to be close. And then right in here, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with this area of Georgia right here because see, it's red right here and I don't know. So it's going to be close. Guys, it's going to be close. But Kemp's won. Warnock is at 50% now. He's about to drop below 49%. I'm going to drop below 50%. Yeah, well, like I said, Kemp is one. This other one's about to be close. Okay, let me read this.
Okay.
Go ahead. Say that again. Go ahead.
No, there was a website that broke it down by the counties.
Right. I'm trying to find it. I think it might be the New York Times.
And I got your documentary, by the way.
Hey, Mappy, thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. With that being said, quick commercial break. I'm not going to leave yet. I'll say we'll take a quick commercial break, but not yet. Yeah, Warnock's at 50%. If he drops below, like I said, it's going to be close. But we already know Kemp won. Yeah, Walker's coming back. Because like I said, somebody was saying that this is blue down here. The rest, like I said, up here is red. North Georgia, Northeast Georgia, that's red. Right here next to this is red as well. I'm not sure about this area right here, like this Southwest. I'm sorry. This is Southeast. I'm sorry. This Southwest area could go either way. And then right here is definitely red.
That's red, yes.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. I'm sorry. I got my East-West mixed up.
Yeah.
So you are but this is South. This is still considered Southwest Georgia, and it's still predominantly red. So I don't know what the other guy's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Warnock, I think just dropped to 49. Hold on. Let's go to see what's going on in Georgia. Warnock just dropped below 50%, you guys. Yep, Warnock just dropped below 50%. It might be a run. Herschel Walker's only down by 13,000 votes. It's just, no telling there's another dump coming, and it's 62% reporting. So like I said, this is going to be interesting. Did they call Kemp already? I mean, Stacey didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, she really didn't.
Yeah, she's just
not
like I said,
woman.
Karen Bass. It's just the women and I know people get upset when I bring up the Black women. It's just the sisters they chose. Like you know, you got Stacey Abrams, Kamala Harris. I mean, Karen Bass, I think would have been much better. Get behind Cynthia McKinney, even though I think she's like a libertarian. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just the women that they, you know, that they got behind. Again, the women that they got behind was just Stacey Abrams and Kamala Harris just aren't the ones. Like I said, Karen Bass would have been great. Karen Bass would have been great as VP. Cynthia McKinney would have been great. I would have voted for Cynthia McKinney. Like I would have voted for Cynthia McKinney in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Somebody said Walker's leading. Oh shit! Hold on, y'all. Walker's winning. You got. Oh, they're tied. Oh shit! Excuse my language. They're tied. I think they're probably gonna call the governor's race now because I mean, like I said, that's over. Yeah, Kemp is up. Kemp is.
Well, all right, Dynas. Just wanted to call in since you called me out. And
Yeah. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, and hopefully I'll be able to join one of those tours soon. Especially
come.
Your Nigerian one, since I'm 40% Nigerian, right?
Well, we're going for the Oshun Festival. Come join us.
All right. Bye, you guys. Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, somebody said you don't even know if Kamala Harris is still vice president. I have no clue. Where is Kamala? Where is she? Walker just took the lead. I guess there's some other polls that are out. But like I said, if he doesn't get the 50%, again, if he doesn't get the 50%, there's a runoff. All right, let's go to let's see here. Let's go check out what's going on in Pennsylvania. Oh, Walker just took the lead, you guys. Walker just took the lead, but again, he has to get the 50%. Let's go check out what's going on in Pennsylvania with Oz and Fetterman. Now let's see what's going on in North Carolina as well. North Carolina, Ted Budd is up. Ted Budd is up in North Carolina. 67% reporting. Let's check out Pennsylvania. Okay, Oz is closing in. In Pennsylvania. Oz is coming, only 25% reporting. So, and Oz is closing in, and of course, Philadelphia, which is heavily left. Yeah, Oz is closing in. It's kind of similar to like how the Herschel with Herschel and Warnock. We were at about 27% reporting. Warnock was up comfortably. Yeah, Walker's up 49.2%. Let's see the governor's race in Pennsylvania. Marciano's still down. All right, let's go back to Georgia, see what's going on in Georgia. Let's go see. Let's go check out. Yeah, Walker's still up, 63% reporting. No, it's gonna be a close one. Here we go. Buy that documentary. What's good?
Hey, Dinus.
Hey, what's good?
Nothing much. I got a question. So
I got an answer. Go ahead.
So besides the fact that Herschel Walker is a Republican, what's your main reason for voting for him?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, like everybody used to tell me when it came to you know what? I got Biden deranged syndrome. There you go. I got BDS, Biden deranged syndrome. Because listen, when Trump was running against Biden, folks like we got to get rid of Trump.
But besides that, because I feel like right now,
I'm gonna tell you why. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I've been on here giving my reasons day after day after day, and the reasons aren't good enough for people. Like
I'm just saying your top reason. I'm not trying to like make you convince people or make you not convinced. I'm just want to know like what's your main reason besides.
I've given my reasons 100 times.
Because I've heard. I mean, I watch you at work sometimes, and but I can't really pay attention like that. But a lot of what I hear, it's like, yeah, you have BDS, whatever, and it's kind of like, to me.
Oh shit, Herschel 49.4%. Oh,
which I get why because.
No, but honestly too, what this does,
it seems like you are to the Republicans like how most Black people are to the Democrats.
No, I'm not. So, I'm really not. I'm really not. But I would say a lot of it has to do with foreign policy. The way Biden is handling his foreign policy in regards to Ukraine, the lack of respect he gets from Saudi Arabia. Biden's foreign policy is terrible. It's absolutely awful, his foreign policy. And then also, too, I'll be honest. Listen, I respect everyone, no matter what your sex, gender, races. I respect everyone. But the Democrats are going too far when it goes to this biological boy could be a woman thing, and they're including the kids now. Yeah. And to me, that's just, I mean, come on now. Like that, Title IX, Joe Biden wants to make it where biological boys or men who identify as women could play the same sports as women. And they're already doing that, sharing the same locker room, sharing the same space. Like that's just too much, and then so we have my Democratic friends on the left who are against CRT, but when it comes to CGT, critical gender theory, all of a sudden they just, hey, it's okay for my daughter to play with this man who identifies as a woman. Like it's just it's weird. Like it's weird. But for some reason, when I bring that up to men and women on the left, it's like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them like, are you serious?
I get that against Biden, but specifically Herschel Walker is what I was asking, though.
Right. So Herschel Walker's against that.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Herschel Walker's against that.
And I was also going to ask you, because I know particularly Georgia, both candidates are Black. So, and I feel like we're starting to see a lot more Black faces being put up, like by both parties. How do you feel about that?
I think it's good. We need it. I mean, the Latinos, they're they're starting to vote lean more red as well. So I think it's great. I mean, we need balance. Like I just don't. We're the only people that vote majority Democrat. in America, the only group of people. It just doesn't make any sense.
Do you feel like in Georgia, like I feel like of course the Dems are always, they tend to be more, okay, let's choose a black person so we could play both sides, where they could get the liberal agenda and then also pull in some of the black people who wouldn't be about it. So do you think like the Republicans in Georgia chose Herschel to kind of counteract that, or they would have chose him anyways?
Well, I mean, I don't think they. Well, yeah, Vernon Jordan, I think, was a black guy that ran on the Republican ticket not too long ago. So Herschel decided to run, and he won. I mean, that's what it is. He won the primary against the other white candidates. He won. You know.
So, okay, another question, and you could be petty if you want to, but how do you think Atlanta will react to Herschel winning?
I cannot wait to see people's faces. It's going to be so funny. It's going to be hilarious because Herschel's up right now. Herschel is up. Right. Herschel's up right now. You got 65% of the vote in. He's up 49 point. You know, if he gets over 50%, there's no runoff. So he's 0.4% away. And like I was telling people, all of these areas right here, except for I don't know if this is DeKalb County. I don't know if this is Gwinnett County right here next to Athens. This gray area that hasn't reported. I don't know what area that, if it's Gwinnett. See, Gwinnett or DeKalb County go either way. But all these other areas here in north and northeast Georgia, all red. Central and south, I guess central Georgia, all red. This one area right here we're looking at is southwest Georgia. One of them went red, so I'm guessing maybe the other two go red as well because it's right on the Alabama border. I mean, I'm just worried about because DeKalb County / I guess Gwinnett County. I'm sorry, the DeKalb and Gwinnett County, that could go either way. So if there's like a big dump that goes blue, it's gonna be a close one because it says no results yet.
Also a question. I know this is not your state, but do you support Oz? Dr. Oz?
Yeah, Oz is.
I don't know what party.
Yeah, Oz is a better candidate. I mean, Fetterman shouldn't have been running.
Is that the one with the stroke?
Yeah, he should have been running.
He's still out there?
He had no business running.
Well, they put Biden in, and he acted like he had multiple strokes, so I'm not surprised. But I have one last question. So actually two, I guess. Who do you think is gonna be up for the next presidential election?
It'll be Trump. Trump's gonna win.
And who do you think the Democrats are gonna put up?
I have no clue.
I know they're not putting up Joe Biden because I think everybody is completely done with him.
I have no clue.
Okay. So of course, if Trump goes, you'll vote for him, correct?
I'm voting for Trump. I'll vote for Trump. Absolutely. I'm voting for Trump.
Because there's also word, because I'm down here in Florida, and there's word that DeSantis is gonna run.
Listen, if Trump runs, I don't see DeSantis running.
He could be his I guess
vice president.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would be actually a good team.
You know,
I know down here.
Have you been keeping up with the Have you been keeping up with the governor's race in Arizona?
Me? No, I live in Florida.
Okay, Carrie Lake, who's running for governor, Republican governor in Arizona, she'll make a great vice president.
Is she
as far as
for Republican? Is she Republican?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah. I don't know much about Arizona politics.
See, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is going. See, this right here is concerning right here. Because I don't know if this is DeKalb County or Gwinnett County. I don't know what it is. And so it could go, like if it's DeKalb County, it's going blue. If it's Gwinnett, it could go either way. So I don't know, because this is a big lots of area as far as votes go. But Stacey Abrams is done. So, yeah. Buy that documentary. Yeah, guys, make sure you go and buy the documentary. You think that's Gwinnett County? See, if it's Gwinnett County, it could go both ways. If it's DeKalb, it's gonna be tough.
Does Herschel have prior Herschel or the other guy? I forget what's the other guy's
Warnock.
name. Do they have prior experience in government or politics?
So Warnock, you know, he won in 2020.
For the
so I think that was his first, because he was a pastor. Hold on, Jay, is that is that Gwinnett County? I wish I need to find a map that breaks it down by county. So I'm trying to figure out if that's Gwinnett County. If that's Gwinnett County, if that is Gwinnett County, then Walker might pull it off and with no runoff. Somebody said that's Walton County. Hold on. You sure that's Walton County? You know, I went to the University of Georgia. I just don't remember. Oh, that is Walton. That is Walton. That might be Walton County. If that's Walton County, that is a good win for that's in favor of Herschel Walker. Herschel might pull it off without a runoff. And Herschel's up 49. Herschel is 0.3% away from the 50% threshold.
Do you
so if you are sure that this is Walton County, again, if you're sure that's Walton County, Herschel is probably going to pull this off. I don't think that Walton County's for Warnock. I don't think so. But even if it is, I don't think it's a big enough area where Warnock could take get that 50% threshold. Because I can tell you right now, up here is going to be red. This is going to be red, and these two counties and these two areas right here are probably going to go red.
Okay, I have one last question.
Hey, did you buy the documentary?
No, I didn't.
Oh, see, hold on. So you came out here trolling me.
Wait, I have a question though for that, because when I initially saw like the preview, I was like, damn, Dennis just put all his damn videos in Africa together and put up a documentary. Is it different and like enlightening? Because I don't want it to be, because I watch all your videos.
You know what's sad? I put this documentary together and I can't get black folks to spend $10.99.
No, it ain't even like that. I just thought like it was just gonna be what I've already seen.
No.
I'm sitting Africa.
I'm sitting in. I'm getting interviewed.
Give me your pitch on why I should watch it. And I know you're gonna say black folks.
You know what? It's sad. I've been sitting here pitching it. I've been pitching this documentary now.
No, with your words, because you're a salesman.
You know, I've been pitching this documentary for 2 months now. For 2 months, $10.99. You know, I've been going strong on the continent now for 11 years. I was the first YouTuber on a regular reporting from the continent on the ground. I was the first. Name somebody that was before me. Only person that might have been before me, there was a lady in Namibia, a Black American lady.
Yeah, I know her. I actually watched her before I watched you, and then I found you. But I thought you were like a Nigerian-born Nigerian who just went back
I'm Black
to
American.
visit initially.
I'm Black American. I'm Black American.
No, when I first saw your first video, that's what I thought. But
I am Nigerian. I'm Sierra Leone.
But oh yeah. So that was my last question. So in terms of so we haven't had a black president yet. I mean, I know people be like, oh, Obama, but he literally isn't black. But do you see in our future us having a black president, and do you think they would be?
I really at this point, I really don't care. Like I mean, I got the high off of Obama in 2008. You know, I voted for Obama in 2008. You know, when he was at Lake Michigan and Jesse Jackson and Oprah Winfrey were in the front row crying, I was in my living room crying. You know, like I'm over it. Like I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, but please buy my documentary.
I will. I'm sold. I really did initially think it was just a compilation of your other
But even if it was, why wouldn't you spend it $10.99?
Well, I don't want to. I guess I could buy it just to like support, but I just didn't want to
but
like.
it's good. It's good. I tell my story. I explain everything from birth in Sacramento, California, to what I'm doing now. It's just what it does. It puts everything together. Like my story, my Africa journey, everything is put together in this hour and I think 20 minutes and some change documentary. It's all put together.
Would you consider taking, because now I think you're like the speaking head of Pan-Africanism, especially non-liberal Pan-Africanism, I guess I would say. Because I've seen some other people who are on the movement but are a bit more liberal. But would you kind of, because this is kind of like for you more than YouTube, would you take it, because I know you mentioned earlier, would you take it forward into like maybe HBCUs and colleges, especially with your documentary? I think that would be a good thing to, in like those history classes or whatever, or those political classes, to show in a university course or whatever. Would you do anything like that, like speaking, like going to speaking engagements and things like that?
Absolutely.
The interesting thing is I'm working with Dynast now. I'm going to bring him to the university I work at and have him, of course, share his story with some of the black men students on campus.
Mm-hmm. And what university, what city are you in?
So I work at Ohio University.
Ohio, okay, yeah. In Cleveland?
No, Ohio University is in Athens, Ohio. It's an hour southeast of Columbus.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I think a lot of people would be into that, and because I know, like, in college, a lot of Africans will push that, but I think it's more approachable or it's easier to swallow if another fellow Black American is pushing it, because it doesn't seem as divisive. You know what I mean? It's like you've experienced, because it's easy for an African to be like, yeah, I went to Africa, whatever, but you not coming from that and seeing that and just saying your experience. You know what I mean? So
I would argue.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
I mean, like, okay, like sometimes because I went to Rutgers and I went to Rutgers Newark, so it's Rutgers itself, the main campus is predominantly white, but Rutgers Newark is predominantly like African, Middle Eastern, or whatever. And we did have Afrocentric groups, but it was just like a bunch of Africans together. And then when you push that kind of thing, sometimes you get a backlash because people feel like, well, you know, the same things you get, why should I go there? I won't be accepted. It's easy for you to say because you're African. But I feel like if you, as someone who was American, who went there, had a positive experience and all that, and you're doing all those things in real life, in person, I think it's easier for you to tell the story. Like, people will be more willing to listen to you, if that makes sense.
Right, that's the plan. Right, correct.
Yeah.
Sharing my story. Yeah, right.
So yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please buy my documentary.
So I got a quick question.
I'll send you the receipt too.
So I have a question. Oh, well, she had already tapped out, so it's all good. So it looked like your boy is making a comeback. I can't hear you.
Like I said, I'm worried about this. It's a county, and some people said it's Walton County. Oh, Warnock is back up. Warnock is back up.
Okay.
So no. Hold on. But more than 50. No, hold on. Something's off. Hold on. Something is way off. What just happened? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was on the wrong thing. Yeah, Herschel Walker's still winning. I'm just worried. So this county, let me zoom in. Somebody said it's Warren County. Somebody said it's Gwinnett County. I think it's Gwinnett, but somebody's saying it's Walton County. So this county right here, outside of Athens, hopefully it's not DeKalb County that hasn't reported yet. If it's Walton or Gwinnett, that's good for Herschel Walker. Because all these other counties, like Northeast Georgia, that's all red. These two counties, Southwest, these could be red as well. I know for a fact this is red right here in in I guess that'll be southwest. I mean southeast or south central, whatever you want to call it. That'll be red. But it's just this one county right here that hasn't reported yet. But somebody said it's Warnock County. If it's Warnock County, okay. So Herschel's lead just dropped down to 49.2%. So
yeah, it's Walton County.
That's Warnock County. Okay.
Yeah, I just looked at it on CNN. So I got a question for you because both Warnock and of course Walker, neither one of them. Of course, Warnock didn't have any experience in the politics before he ran for Senate. He was simply a pastor, I think, at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. Same with Walker. So, but the fact that both relatively are inexperienced, except for, of course, Warnock having his first year in his first term in the Senate, what led you to siding with Walker over Warnock?
Like I said, and I brought it up earlier, it's just I think the Democrats, they've just gone too far left for me, especially with this. I mean, you have a daughter, do you, Lumumba?
Yes, I do. I do. She's 12.
Okay. Well, how old is your daughter?
12.
12. Okay. So Biden and them is trying to make it, if there's a boy who identifies as a girl, share the same locker room space.
I don't agree with that at all.
Right. And that's just crazy to me.
At all. I haven't agreed with that since my daughter was 2. And, working in higher ed, this has always been a conversation that people have had. And I'm like, listen, that's that book. Go right ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Right. So little things like stuff like that is just, it's just gone too far down the rabbit hole. Like I said, I respect everybody as human beings, but some of this stuff is just, it's too much.
Got you.
Well, really, when you evolve when you evolve the kids, like leave the kids out of it.
Right, because we're adults. We can comport ourselves in a manner that is becoming, irrespective of what's going on around us, right? But to put a child in that type of situation, I'm with you 100%. I am vehemently opposed to something like that. So, and I would say this much. I'm in Ohio, so I voted in the governor race, and I didn't vote for the Democratic candidate in Ohio. So,
okay, so Walton is 80% white, so Walker should have that. Yeah, like I said, if it's Walton, he should be fine. Walker should be fine. But is it going to go to a runoff? Because they have to get 50% in Georgia or more to be the victor. If it's not, then it's going to go to a runoff.
Okay.
So if it's Walton, then somebody said go to Newsmax. Hold on, let's go to Newsmax real quick.
And you said you're going to vote for Trump and the upcoming 2024.
Yeah, I'm going for Trump.
So I heard you mention the woman who's running in Arizona. I saw that she's running. She seems to be very charismatic. She's a Trump supporter. She has Trump's backing, but she as well doesn't have any experience in politics.
This is weird enough. Okay, so guys, this so on Newsmax, it must be behind because estimated 65%. I don't know. A lot of these sites are off.
So I got mine on CNN and they got Warnock up. They got Warnock up by 63 votes on CNN, but it's 49% apiece.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is reporting on CNN?
On CNN, 77% is reporting.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be nip tuck. So educate me on this because I'm not in Georgia. I visited a couple of times, but of course I've never lived there. So you said something about 50%. If it's not 50%, there's a
right. So if neither candidate gets to 50%, it goes to what's called a runoff. So basically, you got to vote again on December 6th.
Wow. A month later.
A month later, correct.
So why is that the law?
I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. But that's how Warnock won in 2020. It went to a runoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But what I think is going to happen, Kemp's going to win.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Depending on how all these other races go. If the Republicans get the Senate, they're going to get the House. If they get the Senate, I don't think Democrats going to show up for. They'll be like, fuck it. I don't think they're going to show up for Warnock.
Okay.
And Walker will win in the runoff.
So what about your girl Stacey Abrams, right? I'm asking you because there's this thing called Black Girl Magic, and so we see.
No, I'm gonna tell you the issue with Black Girl Magic is they get behind and rally behind the wrong Black women. I'm sorry, it's what it is.
Okay, because there's this argument that Black women are magical. We've seen on certain platforms where they say Black women are able to take white supremacy and turn it into Black Girl Magic.
Right. They support the wrong, and and I already know there's gonna be sisters on here. You hate Black women. It's just again they get behind, they support the wrong Black women.
I purchased her book and read her book, and her book was similar to Kamala Harris's book. It was similar to Cory Booker's book. They were saying a lot without saying anything.
Right.
And so this is something that I do. As you know, I'm a bibliophile. I'm a voracious reader. So I said, before I really, let me do a deep dive. I got time to read. I can read on the weekend, so on and so forth. And I'm like, man, she's not saying it. She isn't saying anything. And I know you got a ghostwriter. That's cool, though. Do your thing, right? But I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And so I think the book was being a minority leader or something like that. And she talks about how she was able to climb the so-called political ladder, right? However, as a minority, and as a woman, right, racial minority, gender minority, but she doesn't talk about, okay, once you climb this ladder and you get into the position of power, what's the goal? What is it you're supposed to do? Right. So I was just left wanting. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what they chose, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's wild. So yeah, on CNN now they're reporting 79%. They got your boy up. Well, your boy is down 604 votes.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go to a runoff.
Yeah, maybe unless your boy come through. I mean, my only concern with Walker is that, and this is no hateration, holleration in my dancery whatsoever, in his dancery, I should say. But he doesn't come off as someone who has it all mentally, in my opinion. He does.
You know what? And listen, I'm gonna tell you what it is. My thing is, the people, if you voted for Biden, then leave Herschel Walker alone. Let that guy be great. Hey, guys, listen. People in the chat room, when you checked out where it says quantity, did you just leave it at? Hold on, let me share the screen real quick. Let me share this. People about the documentary. Hold on 1 second. So right here where it says quantity, did you check the quantity before you pay? Did you put in 1, 2, 3, 4? Like, so if you put in 4, you update the cart. That's how you get that price. All right, here we go. Let's go back. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I think it'll be a runoff in Georgia, but Kemp's gonna win. But my thing is, why would anybody be shocked that Jay, it might be you. I'm trying to figure out why anybody would be shocked that Stacey Abrams lost. That's my thing. Why would anybody be shocked that Stacey Abrams lost? That's the question.
And the thing is, when she lost last time, she made the same argument. She made the same argument as Trump that there was the corruption, things of that nature. But of course, she wasn't able to provide any information to substantiate those claims. So, what do you think? Where do you think she goes from here now that she's lost?
Book tour. Let's see here. Book tour. She'll probably be a contributor on MSNBC.
Got you.
That route. Politics she's done.
Okay. Now you said that you believe that there are oftentimes they get behind the wrong Black women when they talk about this concept of Black girl magic. Why? Right.
Exactly.
Stacey Abrams was the wrong Black woman to get behind in terms of.
I'm gonna be honest. These are the type of sisters they're getting behind. Either LGBTQ. Or I don't know Stacey Abrams' sexuality. But you know, I don't know if she has a boyfriend or husband or whatnot. Like no one ever brings that up. Or Black women in interracial relationships. So notice they
This is very true.
Yeah, that's what they get behind. That's what they get behind.
Got you. Understood. Yeah, I'm gonna do a show on that topic tomorrow. I'm gonna send you the link for you to tap in.
Okay. What time?
It's gonna be 8:00 tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be here.
All right.
All right, for sure. Appreciate it, brother.
No doubt.
All right, let's check out some of these other races. Let's check out U.S. Senate and
Democrats are going to be more energized.
In Pennsylvania.
So no, he could run for like a.
So that's going to be close to Pennsylvania. Ooh. I don't know. It might not be looking too good for odds in Pennsylvania, you guys. How much is reported in Pennsylvania? 44% reporting. Fetterman. It's going to be close. But, you know, they've already, you know, as far as the
Use it that much. Michelle W says the dumb.
you know, Philadelphia, Allentown, the major cities. So you got all these other cities right here. So that'll be interesting. Mandela Barnes is up in Wisconsin, Arizona. Mark Kelly is up. Let's go to the governor's race in yeah, this is gonna be interesting, guys. This is gonna be interesting. All right, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add the conversation, link is in the chat room. You know, it's still early. It's still early in Arizona. It's still early in Pennsylvania. Still early. Let's go back to Georgia. I'm surprised they haven't called it yet as far as for so that one county we were talking about, Walton County, it went red. It went red. So these two counties up here, near South Carolina, these should be red. This should be red right here. I mean, no telling what this county is gonna do right here. That's like outside of Macon in the Southwest. But the remaining counties, except for one, these three should go red. Guys, I'm not on New York Times. Somebody can help me. Which counties are these up here? Guys, somebody help me. Which two counties are these up here above Athens? And then the county down here, this is red. I'm not sure what this county is. Sumter County. Sumter County, Georgia. No. Yeah, here we go. Americus, Georgia. Yeah, that's definitely Americus, Georgia. That's red. And Forsyth, yeah. Forsyth County, that should be red too. The rest of these counties should be red. I'm just still shocked that people really voted split ballot like that. What was that? Yeah, Oz will lose the Senate race. Like I said, it's yeah, Herschel's winning, but again, he has to get above 50% or it goes to a runoff. He has to get above 50% or it goes to a runoff. That's the thing. So it looks like okay, so one of these counties went red. So I think that was Sumter County. Now we got the other county where Americus is. Yeah, these remaining counties should go red, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. And then, of course, they got to do the mail-in ballots. I don't know how that works. But these remaining 4 counties, well, 3 counties should go red for Herschel. But again, that's not going to put them over the top. But yeah, Kemp is one. They should just go ahead and call the race for Kemp. That's over. But I'm shocked how they voted split ballot like that. You said Shapiro just running in Pennsylvania? No, it's not over yet. Pennsylvania, 48% reporting. Well, yeah, for Mastriano, it might be over. But I think, for Oz, it's still going to be close. Hold on, let's see here. Senate. That's going to be a tough one, man, in Pennsylvania. I mean, and guys, if you watched the actual debate between Oz and Fetterman, I mean, the guy shouldn't be running. The guy shouldn't be running at all. I mean, it was embarrassing. Like, I'm like, this is who the Democrat Party put out? Fetterman? Somebody said, look at Virginia. I'm sorry. Let's go to Virginia. I didn't know Virginia had a Senate race. I know Virginia had a governor's race. Oops. It's not showing the governor's race. That's crazy. I thought no, that's Maryland. That's Maryland. Maryland has a governor's race. But let's look at North Carolina. Okay, there's a Senate race in North Carolina, though. Yeah, Ted Budd is winning in North Carolina. J.D. Vance is winning in Ohio. Yeah, it's going to be a close one. Guys, Herschel's winning. But again, he has to get that 50%. He has to give that 50% threshold. Guys, it's looking like it's yeah, Abrams is done. Abrams lost. She's done. it's looking like it might go because you got these two counties right here that'll probably go red, but and then you got the mail-in ballots. Georgia's looking like it's going to a runoff. Georgia's looking like it's going to a runoff. But yeah, Abrams is done. She's done. Her political career is done. I'm shocked people even thought she was going to win. Yeah, Kemp. Oh yeah, Kemp won. I'm shocked that people really voted split ballot like that. I'm shocked people really split their ballot like that. That's crazy.
Neil Parrott's winning in the 6th district, which, if that holds, that would be a huge.
Atlanta voted for Warnock 75%. Yeah, what did you expect, DK? What did you expect?
You gonna run? Who they gonna run?
Shirley. What's up?
Man, this race scratched my head.
Hey, Shirley, you got to turn off the playback.
Sorry about that. I fixed it.
It's kind of, you don't speak foul.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Man, this is a crazy race. Here we go again.
Where in Georgia?
Herschel Walker should have knocked us out the park.
Well, the thing is, I don't understand why people were voting split ballot like that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Were they voting, or were those special? add on immigrants, mail-in ballots coming into play.
No, but the thing is, Kemp is up. Like Kemp won. Kemp won.
Kemp and Walker should be parallel.
Well, that's
Kemp
what I'm saying. That's what's weird. Like Kemp and Walker are not parallel. That's just
they're not parallel. They're not parallel because the Democrats do what they do. Now, Georgia should be a red freaking state. Should have been a red state for the presidency. Should have been a red state right now. We're not seeing that.
So do you feel that the mail-in ballots can sway things either way? I don't trust them. I think Kemp is the clear winner on this. Like Kemp is the clear winner.
The question I'm going to ask, you got Kemp and Stacey. What is she gonna do now? Because she ain't won nothing. Has she ever won anything?
She's gonna go on a book tour. She's gonna talk about voter suppression. She'll be on MSNBC as a contributor.
Oh, there you go. You got that right.
Yeah.
They just declared Greg Abbott from Texas incumbent winner. So the governor of Texas still stays red.
Work, something like that. Beto work.
Yeah, Beto work didn't win. I think he's up. I think Abbott won by 80. He's at 58% right now. 58%. New Hampshire's also at 55. Suma, whatever his name is, Republican incumbent, he won again. So the House is up by 4 points. So they're happy about that. New York is still crazy. New York voted 68% Democrat. That's because they got all them immigrants there. Now, they had to bust them people there, and they gave them, since they bust them in, they went ahead and let them be able to vote. That's how I feel.
Yeah, okay, so Herschel's at 49.5% now. So, like I said, guys, does Herschel Walker currently have more votes than Stacey Abrams? Yeah, but again, he should be parallel with Kemp.
He should be parallel with Kemp. So what's wrong with this race?
Yeah.
We're not stupid people. I'm tired of them thinking that we don't figure out what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense. The numbers don't make sense.
Somebody said wait on Walker. Yeah, Jay, what do you mean by wait on Walker? What do you mean by that? Yeah, Jay. Man, it's just, I already know they're going crazy in Georgia because, especially, I'm in Atlanta. I already know they're going crazy in Atlanta because, girl's losing. But, yeah.
Are they crying on TV like when Hillary lost?
They're going to be crying. But Herschel Walker wins. Walker wins. Oh, man, these folks, oh, man. Because some of these chats I'm in, especially on like these WhatsApp chats, WhatsApp chats, they're quiet as hell. Like they ain't saying nothing.
Have you been watching the Oz race?
Yeah, Oz is down.
Oz is losing to a hoodie. A man who running for office, and wears a hoodie. A hoodie. Unbelievable.
Let's go to Pennsylvania race real quick.
That man's losing to a hoodie man. White man can't even put a sentence together, and he wears a hoodie, and he's about to win. Unbelievable. I don't believe none of that stuff. I'm so distraught at how government.
Okay. Let's see how much of the vote has been counted because it's Pennsylvania. 53% of the vote. And Oz has kind of climbed back up, so it's gonna be interesting.
56.8 to 50.9. It is gonna be interesting.
No, 46.8 to 50.9. But
they've only reported 51, so there's not a runoff.
Did they do runoffs in Pennsylvania too?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just outright in Pennsylvania, but
really? Okay.
Yeah. But they've only reported 53% of the vote. So Oz is looking, I don't know much about Pennsylvania, but Oz looked like he might be looking halfway decent.
So in Georgia with Herschel Walker, they're saying what 70%, 71% of the precincts are in?
Yeah, 71% is in, 71% is in. Herschel Walker is up 49.5. And these last remaining area, I know this area, these last two remaining areas should go red. in Georgia where they haven't been reported. So it's like I said, it's going to be interesting. But even then, like it goes to a runoff. Oh man, these folks are about to lose it. But like I don't like. I'm shocked that people thought that Stacey Abrams actually had a shot.
Yeah, you know, it's the hype, right? It's the media hype. It's the Democrats acting like she's an established entity when, lady, you've not won a race yet. You know, go run for the dog catcher, run for the school board or something. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being real. These people come into place that they choose and appoint as the next whatever, and they expect us to accept them. Has this lady cultivated a relationship within the community? Is she really for a black man? Because she doesn't seem like she likes alpha black males. That don't help us out either. That's not black family first. But she'll ride the card because she's black. Oh, well, first of all, it's a black woman. And after every presidential election, they let her speak. I'm like, okay, what have you done for the people? What contributions are you doing to better what's going on there with all the homeless problems across the country? And we're the first person in line to be homeless. Come on.
Let's see. U.S. Kevin Samuels. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. U.S. Kevin Samuels. You got to unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, what's up, Dynas? Yeah, I thought I'd check in and see your coverage of the results and stuff. But as far as Georgia, I feel like the reason Kemp won for governor there is because he stayed focused on the fundamental things, economic growth, jobs, infrastructure, in Georgia. And those are the things that people in Georgia really care about. And I think that's what carried him in this election. He just stayed focused on the fundamentals. And whenever I would hear Stacey Abrams speak, she would always talk about stuff like, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that, I'm going to give you, free health care, free, housing, free stuff. And it's like, I don't think the people want free stuff. They want prosperity so they can make enough money, get their own stuff. You know what I mean? And that's how I looked at it. So, but that's just how I looked at it.
Guys, I think there's a lag between CNN and I'm on the AP side. I mean, this is from the Associated Press. Guys, what if somebody's watching CNN, what's the update on Herschel Walker? If someone's watching the CNN, what's the update on Herschel Walker in Georgia?
I got ABC in front of me.
What's going on with Herschel Walker in Georgia on ABC?
I've heard. They're flashing. They haven't got back to him yet. When they do, I'll yell it out real quick.
Okay.
You look at these people who have been in office since forever, before me and you were even born, that are running this country, and it boggles the mind because they're so disconnected to what people are in need of. Like and they expect black people to continue to think we need governmental programs to fix us. We just need you first, leave us alone. Number two, if you're going to allocate money for other people in other countries and millions of dollars out of this country, you can do the same for us here. You can do the same for us here to allow us to do what we do and to create more people who are able to buy big parcels like Tyler's done in Georgia and other places in this country. Ooh, JR's losing. 44.
You said what?
JR, a Republican in Ohio, 9th district, is losing. Friends of mine working on his campaign. He had some challenges with the Trump people support him real hardcore. The Republicans didn't. That was another problem in the Republican Party right now. They're split still. The insiders are still like, if the GOP don't like you and the Trump people do, it's something to watch. It's politics within politics, people. The key thing that we've got to do is keep our own head on straight, take care of our families, work on our finances, stay conscious and stay away from people that don't want anything in life and constantly want to tell you their negative problems. I don't want to hear your problems no more. There's enough problems we can see right now in this country with this horrible ass president, how can you vote for Democrat? But this man in this office, your gas is high, interest rates for homes. Me and my boy here, we both realtors, right? Rates were at 2, 1, 8, 2, 3%. We could put people in houses all day, left and right. They're talking about 10% under this administration. Gas in California is at $7 under this administration, but you're gonna still keep voting blue. That's not just black people.
And yeah, Shirley, because I believe I followed you. Yeah, I'm still a follower of you. Did you move to Texas?
I moved to Texas.
Yeah, so that's cool. You finally got away from California. I'm still in California.
Not totally. I've got businesses there and still ties there.
Yeah,
so I'm still back and forth.
That's cool. You know, I'm planning to make my big jump out of California pretty soon myself. I don't know if I want to do it. Yeah, well, I know I'm gonna do it, but 2022 was a tough year for everybody. But my goals are definitely set outside of the state of California because they have rolling blackouts now.
Oh yeah, rolling blackouts, cut off, rolling water cut off. So I'm like, wait a minute, water.
Yeah, it's really bad because Gavin Newsom has mandated electric vehicles. So now everyone's plugging up their electric vehicles.
Tim's at 54, Abrams at 45.
Yeah, and
it's a done deal with that race. I'm watching ABC. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, and then there's no electricity for people's houses and stuff. So yeah, it's
live homeless on the street. They provide you porta potties. There's one brother. He did fundraisers and he's really trying to help downtown LA. And Eric Garcetti had an event, brought him on stage and gave him a certificate. He said, "I'm tearing this up." He said, "You gave us black people porta potties, and they were commissioning porta potties. Who does commissions for a porta potty? Oh, come on, stupid state. Don't do that to black people. Y'all need you can't give us housing. You're gonna give them illegals and immigrants and wannabe. You're gonna give them housing, but you don't give us that. Come on."
Exactly. It's terrible.
But if we want to be hopeful, I'm so happy and so proud of people who decided not to vote blue and who at least understand the process of government. You do have local, state, and federal, and you guys need to locally get involved. Go to your city council meetings, find out how they're spending all that money in your state. Watch them. They don't expect eyes to be watching. I went to the city council meeting in one of the cities out here, and I just sat in the audience, didn't say my name, nothing. And this lady says, "Are you here to speak?" I'm like, I wasn't even dressed up. I'm like, what did I do to try to get this energy on me again? So, they need leaders and they can sense it. And many of you guys are smart and intelligent. You watch Dynast, you hear his heart that he shares on here. But we can't do this alone. We've got to spread the message of opportunity and hope and clarity of if you vote for a candidate, no matter what party, they need to have some accountability about their actions.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. I'm just, Georgia's going to be close. I know they got to count the mail-in balance and all that too, I believe. 72% reported, but Kemp is going to win.
Kemp is going to win. You're fine with that.
Just Herschel Walker.
Well, in Alabama, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is winning her. She's going to win. She's won, basically. So in Arizona at this time, the Senate race has gone to a Democrat, and the governor's race has gone to a Democrat. That's because it's rigged. That's my opinion. So you're going to see a bunch of people start moving out of Arizona because it'll start looking like California. Arkansas went straight for it.
Guys, give me 1 second. Use the bathroom.
That's okay. Colorado Senate race is also, no, I'm in Connecticut. They've lost at 60 to 40% right now. Florida state race, 41 to 51, 58, Rubio. Herschel Walker, here we go. 48 to 50. Herschel Walker is leading right now at 50%. Herschel Walker, according to ABC, flashes
Oh yeah,
past
yeah. If it's at 50%, they're behind. They're way behind because there's already like 72%. Yeah, they're behind.
Oh, they're behind. Okay, I'm
Yeah, they're
watching it
behind.
live.
They're behind.
Well, he's ahead of them right now. How long? We don't know. The Republicans are up by 4 so far. They're up by 5. Republicans House seat 188, up by 5. Democrats 128. To control, you need to have at least 218. That makes you control the House. You can get rid of damn Nancy Pelosi. Let's see what happens. You know, people ask, why is it important to vote, or why is it important to pay attention to these races? Because they conduct the actions of your state, and they take the money from your state to do whatever they want. And if you've got irresponsible people, or people who are government program induced or support, what does that mean? That means they're always pushing these government programs and not encouraging people to be entrepreneurs. Think for yourself. Get out there and be creative. Find ways to develop and bring money and keep it in your cities, in your communities. That's what you want. You want to help other people have the opportunities that other people have, especially our people, right? But if you have elected officials who say, well, we have to give the immigrants the first shot, we have to give the illegals, we have to give the people from Ukraine, we cannot have that kind of mindset. And these people who get elected, who represent your states, they weigh either on one side or the other. And if they're on the side that you kind of don't agree with, then you need to get them out of office. Samuels, are you there? What's your thought? Dinah's had to go to the bathroom real quick. Samuels is not saying anything. So now I'm still
Okay,
talking.
I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, it's Sumter went to Warnock. My goodness, hold on. Matt B, which results are you watching, Matt B?
Let me look at the chat room so I can talk to your people.
Okay, I think Sumter. Hold on, where's Sumter County? I think is down here. No, Sumter County is. Hold on. Sumter County, I think is down here. It's in the north. I think it's in the north. Hold on.
In the north of Georgia?
Yeah, north. I think. Let me check real quick.
Queen, I'm reading your what you put in the chat room. Yes, the blackout was when we had the freeze, and now the governor was wrong.
Okay, yeah, Sumter County South.
You still didn't even believe anything happened with California had to do with Texas. Texas has its own grid. It's off. It's not connected to California, and some people don't like that. But you got to remember, Texas is a state that can defect from the union. That Texas was the last state to become the United States, part of the United States of America. But in that agreement is that if they don't feel that this country is being ran the way it's running, they have the option to disconnect from the states. I think that's part of the process of why we do have a different grid of Texas. Texas still operates as an entity of itself. You know, what I've learned since I've moved here is this state is a commodity state. It's about making money. You can get loans from people. In California, they don't help you think like that. You know, you can do owner financing on properties. And what happens is your loan to debt ratio, if you just got a bank loan, they might not give you that property because they say you own too much or you don't make enough money. But if you go to this person, they look at your credit, they like you, you give them money, they will carry the note. So it's a commodity state. And that's one reason I think it's that way. They say they blame, someone said in the chat room, no, Texas blames Cali. Oh. Texas is having fun right now, shipping everybody across the country. You go to that state, they're gonna put you on the bus and ship you somewhere else. You could get money from an investor from any state, but every state does not do that, especially in California. I can only speak from California, okay? Their operation system is very bank and insurance driven. So New Hampshire has gone blue to Maggie Hasser.
Yeah. I think it was already blue, right?
Yeah. So she's an incumbent.
Let's go. Let's take a look at Pennsylvania.
I think that Pennsylvania.
Yeah, let's look at Pennsylvania.
Ain't doing too good. Is the hoodie guy winning?
Let's see.
You voted for a man who wears a hoodie. I'm too done. Rig races.
Yeah, I think the governor's race is over in Pennsylvania. Let's look at the race. The Democrat. I mean, it's close for the. Oh. It's close for the Senate.
It is. How much percentage is that?
Reported. Let's see here. Pennsylvania, 61%. It's
61. That's too early. That's almost 50%. It's too early.
Yeah.
Need more precincts in. African says Dallas County, Harris County, and Austin. Life said Fetterman is winning. Yeah, the hood man, the man with the hoodie, who can't put sentences together. Think the damn thing is rigged. He wears a hoodie for the debates. Most PAs think I've never seen an elected official, someone that wants to be taken serious to represent their state, to represent their country in a hoodie. Really? It's okay. That's all I got to say. The hoodie man. I'm going to say, oh, y'all got the hoodie governor. Y'all ain't no serious people.
You said DeKalb County's hurting Walker? Yeah, of course.
Has DeKalb County come all in? Is all in? All the county?
I don't know, but it's hurting Herschel. Like I said, DeKalb County. Yeah, DeKalb County. That's blue. It's gonna be close.
That's that mac and cheese that hit on them, huh? Life said, talking about Fetterman. You funny. Yeah, every time that mac and cheese kept having that stomach growth, so he wore a hoodie. Y'all let that man run the office in the hoodie governor. Beautiful Flowers in Nigeria said she's going to wait and stay up and see what happens. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to go to bed, and all these absentee votes are going to come in. And we're going to be looking at the whole state with a side eye, like we did at a presidential election in 2020.
With that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and close out. I'm tired, so but I'm gonna keep following the election on my own.
Hey, thank you guys so much for supporting Dynast. Please like and subscribe. You can make a donation. It's great. He's a Pan-African brother out there, but his heart is his country. He wants good people. If you're still, I know it's too late to vote for Herschel Walker, but let's say a prayer, and or we end up with a runoff. We could end up with a runoff in Georgia.
Yeah, we'll see. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynast, Search for Uhuru. Peace.